listening to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Played in a Stanley Cup final before. Only one changed their lineup tonight from that which finished off the Avalanche in the Western Conference final. Jeremy Lauzon in on defense. They shoot and score on the first shot on goal. Nikolai Ehlers makes it 1-0 Canes. 25 seconds in. From now he centers and they score. William Karlsson gives Vegas the lead. Martin couldn't play it in, then Hanifin whiffed on the clear, and they score! Jordan Stahl takes advantage of the giveaway to tie the game at 3.
Swing and a drive in the air, deep down the left field line. Hucking! Gone! Second home run of the ball game for Heriberto Hernandez. Fly ball right center field to the wall. How about a cruise missile? Blocks it in Houston. Pirates take the lead on O'Neal Cruz's 14th home run.
Drills the ball to deep right field, and he has taken his old buddy deep. Freddie Freeman with a 2-run home run. The Dodgers lead quickly.
Good morning. Welcome in. Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Next Gen Mail Medical. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports HQ. What's up, DB?
How we doing?
We're good. We got the whole team together today.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I'm going to have to stagger my entrance. Because I dink around in the parking lot. And you guys, everybody like rolls in like Al Unser Jr. at the same time. It's like, I was like, oh, gang's all here.
Yeah, look at that. We got Rico's back in town.
He's so happy. I can't see him because for whatever the reason is, I have these interrogation lights in my face. But he's like, "Hey, how you guys doing?" He just got out all chipper, and I was like, "Oh God."
Well, I think he missed us.
Thank goodness I've already been at the high school and got all my love touches because I didn't need all that joy this morning.
I think Rico, did you miss us?
Clearly, he's been talking
listening
since he got out of the truck.
How is that different from normal?
Well, usually he eases into it.
I don't know. I thought it might be the Knicks. I thought he might be feeling.
Wait, did you see the T-shirt? He was flossing.
The T-shirt. He's got the hat. Got the whole deal.
It's a big day for his tricks. I'm wishing him the best.
Turn back around. You're fine. I've seen that T-shirt before.
I'm just hoping. This is terrible. It is. Because if it's of no good sound reason,
okay,
I just can't have the Spurs win.
You just don't want to deal with the Wemby thing?
It's just out of control.
I didn't even say anything when they made the finals.
It's premature stipulation.
Well, speaking of Sipple, happy retirement.
Yeah, Coach Sipple, one of Canada's finest. Got there almost at the exact same time.
Well, she got there 90?
Yeah. She's something else.
Yeah.
She said very few words, but man, she could compete.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's one of the good ones.
Yeah, that was a 41 years.
41.
That's a long time.
Yep, and played the sport at a high level.
Yeah. Mid to late 80s?
Yeah.
Mid to late 80s?
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah. I was not going to watch
her.
I was
buying time.
No,
you weren't even a twinkle.
No, I wasn't alive. I think I was alive by the end of her playing career.
Rose was she diaper chasing yet? Who's the oldest?
Oh, yeah. I'm the youngest. So all of them were born at that point but me.
85?
Yeah.
What's the age difference?
Amber was 79, Azina was 82,
okay.
Raj was 84.
So Azina's 82, huh?
Mm-hmm.
She wears it well.
Not years old, but yes.
No, Yep, already the Rico influence. We just utter silly things and laugh at our own jokes. That's very Austinish.
Well, that's the only reason I'm here.
I'm just here so we don't get fined. No, so I'm not gonna actively root, but I don't know. I say that until Karl Anthony Towns gives me one of those stupid looks or acts like he's hurt or takes 17 minutes to get off the ground.
Oh my God.
And then I'm gonna be like, go Spurs. But
gets fouled to the hoop. Oh my God.
I just don't know if I can rock with Stephon Castle.
What's the hold up on Castle?
Castle gives me this is a weird this is a weird analogy.
Okay.
But Castle, you see, I've spent a lot of time in locker rooms.
Yep.
And sometimes people are notoriously for like skimpy showering. I mean, like, do I even use this analogy? This is just what it reminds me of. Like,
seems like you smell a little bit. Is that your problem?
You know, like, so some guys like don't. They aren't thorough, right? Like you notice like you need to probably spend more time underneath your sack, right? Like, and then they'll sit around like 2 or 3 days later and they'll be sitting on their stool and they'll all of a sudden catch a whiff of themselves like it's snuck up on them. No, that's because you don't know how to wash. That reminds me of Castle. He's constantly clutching and grabbing, then wondering why they're calling fouls on him. No, you know why. Be better in the meantime. Like, he just gives me sneaky ball wash vibes. That's all. That's the only thing I could think of.
DB, it's crazy you're having this conversation because I had the shower thought yesterday that there's people, not just dudes, walking this earth that have never washed the bottom of their feet.
Yeah.
I find that crazy.
Yeah. It's weird shower thoughts. Listen, some people don't even get to like 90 in the shower.
No, I get that.
Robbie's about to tell himself. He's about to tell on himself because this man, Ravi, no way has washed the bottom of his feet. I could tell by the face on that reaction.
No, I wash the bottom of my feet all the time. I'm very thorough about it.
I coach with a guy that I had to convince that gravity doesn't do the cleansing of soap trickling.
Yeah, no, that's not a thing. My issue was not the bottom of the feet, Austin. It was I've never approached someone and been like, yeah, I don't think you wash your famunda. You know, like that's never crossed my mind. Especially on television.
I'm just
like in person. Sometimes you can like catch a whiff and you're like, oh, brother.
Yeah, wash your balls.
Yeah, like maybe we spend
Here's
a little.
The thing, though.
Maybe we get like a loofah or something, like get some exfoliating. But never on television have I been like, ooh.
People are exceptionally gross in locker rooms, and they share things they shouldn't. So that's not like it's a funny and it's a weird analogy.
Sure.
But like these guys will sit around and they're talking and, you know, or they'll be playing cards or something. And they'll inevitably do one of these. They're like, yeah, man, that's you. That's you. That's 3 days of bad habits catching up with you. Okay. That's Stephon Castle clutching and grabbing and pushing and then being like, and he's in that when your teammates have to take the ball from you because you're incessantly whining with a ref during a break, stop arguing.
I'm more concerned about the turnovers. That was the thing that was bothering me.
Stop throwing it to the other team. But I say all that to say I don't know if I can root for either. I'm leaning Tricks to root for just because. Although Brunson's dad, I mean, everybody's got their thing, but
it's true.
If all things being equal, I'm riding with Rico.
Hell yeah, you are.
Like, that's it. I mean,
I don't think you're prepared for the victory lap that Rico's going to take.
Well, it's tough because
me and Joel already have it planned.
It's weird, though, because I think I could really hang out and spend time with Heath. Because he seems super cool, right?
Yeah.
Kids in sport, like
you'd like Heath
West Side guy. Like I think I could rock with Heath.
You would like Heath.
But so here's the thing about Spurs fans: they don't beat their chest. They're the kings and queens of the humble brag, right? The championships in every decade, or you know this perfect. Spurs fans remind me of like the staunch Big Ten. They remind me of like Michigan Man, right? Where it's like
I don't love Michigan Man.
That was the old Spurs. These are the new Spurs that show emotion. Didn't you see Victor after the Western Conference Finals?
Yeah, so I may have to kind of like Victor.
Well,
just for a second.
To be fair, Spurs fans are also, when they're not pounding their chest, they're also heavy breathing, according to Chuck. So got to be careful about that.
Just all those big women in San Antonio.
Who was that? Was
That
that
was
Reed?
that was not a good.
That
show.
was not a Chuck. I tried. I messed up halfway through. I started going Shaq, and I was like, "That's not right."
What country was Chuck from in your head?
Partly like
I
a
don't
knock
know.
off Jamaica.
I was just like, where? What country is he? You doing a little Patrick Ewing in there?
I
too?
was trying to. I messed up.
He's Bahamian, isn't he?
I thought he was Jamaican. I think Patrick Ewing is Jamaican.
Patrick,
I feel
he's
like
Jamaican.
this Asian country references. Bahamian is Bahamas is different than Jamaican.
Yes,
Okay.
but the Bahamas are a specific country.
You said Bohemian.
No, I said Bahamian.
Bohemian,
I know.
like the
No,
Baja
this
man.
not Rhapsody, not the old cafe. I know I didn't say Bohemian.
No, I heard Bohemian. I knew what you're talking about. I'm just,
okay.
I didn't hear it.
Go Spurs.
I kill you on pronunciation
Please
sometimes. I defend you when I heard it right.
Go
I need everyone to be against me. Actually,
He is Jamaican.
Okay. So
Aloysius.
that's his middle name?
Yeah.
Aloysius?
Yeah.
Patrick Aloysius Ewing.
I think that's how it's pronounced. Alowsius.
Rico, we
Aloysius.
have a mutual friend that has
Who do you call that? You call somebody that?
it was Matthew.
Oh,
It was Spurs.
that's right.
Yeah.
I forgot. Yeah.
Aloysius.
I was yeah, is that where you got it? Did you get it from Ewing?
No, I had no idea.
That's random.
Very.
That's so random.
So Wemby's reaction to Pop being asked about Pop,
Yeah.
it got me.
Oh yeah. In the presser.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was emotional. Like that. There's obviously
And you know what's funny is the great Greg Popovich. Remember the infamy that surrounded that Spurs season where it was literally tanking for Wemby?
Oh yeah.
Seems like yesterday. Like nobody talks about that. Like, I mean, the Spurs are seldom bad.
Mm-hmm. When they're bad in the right way.
And they got it done.
They've been bad twice in 30 years, and they got Duncan and Wemby out of it.
That was a frozen envelope if I've ever seen one.
Actually, I'll take it back.
It's
They've
feeling a little bit cold.
okay, the Knicks fans talking about frozen envelopes over there. Okay, you guys literally invented the frozen envelope with
First off,
Aloysius over there.
I know. You don't. Everyone knows. All right. You don't have to say it like it's not a fact.
Wow.
The NBA won't admit it. Everyone else knows. Second, Wemby's better than Patrick Ewing.
Not yet.
You guys.
Not yet. I mean, no.
He'll get there.
Yes, Chuck, I did. Yes, I did. I did compare the two countries.
So TK, I think they were bad, honestly, when they got David Robinson. Like that wasn't a tanking situation. They were just bad at that point, right? So that's a little different.
TK, what time are you going to start putting people in jail?
He always leaves like right around 9 o'clock.
You know what he tells me? I'm just trying to keep our streets safer. I was like, bless your heart, TK, you little tyrant. I could just see. TK is gonna be like the Lincoln Lawyer. Do you ever watch that show?
No, I saw the movie though.
The movie was sensational.
Yeah, good movie.
Because I don't like who's the little curly haired guy that was the criminal? No.
Oh, the criminal?
Yeah.
In the show or the
So the funny thing about the Lincoln Lawyer is the two guys that I confused with one another were opposing legal counsel. The dude that played in the basketball West Texas movie, he was the coach that I used to think was Matthew McConaughey.
Josh Lucas.
Don't wait.
That's the name of the actor.
Yeah. So I'm talking Lucas and McConaughey.
Yeah.
Not
Lucas is the bad guy.
Yeah.
Not Felipe.
Not Philippi.
Who was the
It's Philippi, not Lopez.
Felipe.
It's Philippi. Ryan Philippi.
He looks Spanish to me.
No, he doesn't.
No, I know. Felipe.
Are you trying to tell somebody how to say their name? Because I do that with Jacob all the time.
Ryan Felipe is not.
Okay, listen, you two.
Ryan Felipe is not in the room
You're gonna
right
have to
now.
wait to be spoken to.
All right. What did I do?
Yeah, Felipe was the defendant, right? He was the bad.
He was the bad guy.
But Josh Lucas was the counsel.
My little crack smoking friend Shane. This is not about you. You can
Okay,
speak
good.
whenever you like.
Okay, I'll go back to doing what I'm doing.
I mean, I miss your random, don't have anything to do with 24-hour delay comments. Like nobody does that as well as you do. You do whatever you want. Your little heart's desire.
You know what that reminds me of?
No, tell me.
So you don't like this show because there's not enough black people on it. But when I say the name of the show, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's either Seinfeld or Friends, right? No, it's Friends. There's this episode of Friends.
Friends was okay. I wasn't smart enough real time to know that Friends was not a good show.
It's a fine show. I like watching it. I'm not saying it's hilarious or anything, but like it's just a comforting show to watch to me.
Who was your favorite?
I'm a big Chandler guy. R.I.P. I miss Matthew Perry. I liked him as an actor a lot. Like he was in a bunch of different stuff that I enjoyed.
Of all the Friends characters you picked?
Yeah, Chandler.
I don't know if I've ever heard anybody say that, but no judgment here.
Anyway, what you just said to Shane, there's an episode of Friends where Chandler is talking to Monica and she gives like terrible massages, but she doesn't know it. And she's like, "Oh, I'm the best at everything." And he's like, "No, you're the best at giving bad massages." That's what you just said to Shane. Like, you're so good at being on a 24-hour delay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes you just got to own like it's his. Like, nobody stays on delay like Shane. Like,
nobody gives bad massages like Shane. That's basically what
So there's not something to that? I think there ought to be something to that.
It seems like you're gaslighting him into telling him you're not insulting him.
I think we just buried the lead, though. I don't know how many. You might be the first.
I think I identify the most with Chandler. Yeah.
Huh.
I was a big Chandler guy. Yeah.
Okay.
I like a lot of his stuff, a lot of his work.
Shane, that would be like, hey, who was your favorite character on Different Strokes? And somebody was like, Mr. Drummond. Like, why?
No.
Why?
Chandler might be the only funny person on that show.
That's a Hubert Davis moment.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Well, there's a large cast of people.
Okay.
I think most of them outside of Chandler are not that funny.
I am like, seriously, I'm torn between two lovers. the randomness of a Chandler Bing reference. I didn't even finish my Lincoln Lawyer thing, but that's fine because I forgot what the analogy was.
Josh Lucas.
Lord knows I already started off on bad analogies, but Rico's kind of getting under my skin already, so I'm kind of off on the Knicks now too.
That didn't take long.
Perfect.
I don't know what happened.
That's exactly what I was trying to come back to do. You guys were having way too much fun and getting along way too much when I was gone.
No, I seriously though, and like Austin was actually a little bit snippy, and I knew he was tired of being in that room. Like
he's like, I don't like being in here with Shane.
I told you what he did to me yesterday, right? No, it might have been. What's today? Wednesday?
Yeah,
this might have been Monday, and he was multitasking. And when he has his headphones on, he's clearly listening for something. But I'm used to not when he's in here.
Mm-hmm.
So I had asked him to do a couple of things, and this is exactly what he did, Rico. It was a TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
It's like he is researching something, and I'd given it like probably 10 or 12 minutes because we had taken a break, so probably 42 or 52 minutes. And I came back in, and he pulled one of these. He goes, "Huh? I'm working on a few things right now. I'll hang on."
Give me a minute.
And put the headsets back on. I was like, yeah, he's busy.
Yeah, when Austin has the headphones fully on, it's understood in the office. When the headphones are fully on, Austin, he's busy. He's locked in.
It was the though, like it was the you know what I mean?
Huh?
Like, no, that's like what I was like. I'd be like, what? He's
It makes a face when he does it too.
Huh? It's like, all right.
Yeah. Well, normally he'll walk around like this. He'll go like the one ear.
Yeah.
And so you can talk to him. If he's double barrels, he's locked in.
Malone. And Shane actually said something nice too, Rico, which was contrary to how I think of Shane. He likes when you're in there, which I was like, he's worked alone for so long. Like,
I don't know.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
I don't know if he said he liked him being in there. He said he didn't like being alone.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know if it's specific to Rico. It might just be anybody. Like Sasha's been in there. Austin's been in there.
I can't imagine Sasha's a barrel of monkeys. I just can't. What?
I don't think you can color that.
Is a barrel of monkeys fun?
It's a game. Maybe it's fun.
It seems dangerous.
Oh God.
So honestly, she might be a barrel of monkeys.
Come out swinging. Yeah.
She'll rip your face off.
Yeah.
You're so easily swayed.
I've said it once. I'll say it again. Sasha's the only person in this office I'm constantly afraid would beat my ass.
She has her moments.
I 100% agree with that.
I think everybody in the office agrees with that.
It's fine.
She definitely has her moments.
Like, I don't think there's literally no one else in this office that I think could or would beat me up.
And she would say, she literally would call you something that like out of like anger, like you MFer. And it's like she means it. Some people say it like, oh, you Richard Head, and it's like funny.
Yeah. It's like,
I'm like, I kind of think she means that.
it lands a little different.
Well,
The tone of voice is like, oh.
It's the other day.
Oh.
When she said you like clutch your heart, your chest, you're like, oh.
Even the little things, right? Because I forgot, because it was over the weekend that her truck was acting up.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm not overly talkative when I first get here, but I was like, hey, did you have to take a lift? I saw a lift. And she goes, I mean, deadpan straight face. Like I said, hey, give me your left arm. She was like, yeah, my truck won't start. I was like, I'm going to keep it moving.
Keep pushing. Just keep pushing.
Yeah. Sorry.
My bad.
I didn't see anybody get out. I just saw a lift, and you were the only, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I
no,
gotcha.
they're all worse.
She's got some news.
She would. If anybody ever gets cut in the office, Sasha's the first suspect.
Think she'd be a cutter?
Maybe. Yeah. I think she might cut somebody.
I don't know.
You don't think so?
What a weapon of choice would be.
I'm finna cut you.
She might just be like off the top rope.
Choke you out.
Oh, that is personal.
That's why it's your favorite.
Anyway, I have one other thing. Rico, confidence level.
Sasha said she'd just gotten her wisdom teeth out. She hadn't talked in 4 days.
Yeah. Like, I ain't talking to you the rest of the morning. And you know me, I'm like,
Yeah.
like I'll shut it down.
I guess it's like that, huh?
Yeah. I'll keep it moving.
TK says DB is going to fillet someone.
Kind of messy.
So you want to be personal, but not messy.
It depends. Like, do you have time to like lay out the plastic and the tarp?
You mean go full Dexter?
I mean, people were doing that long before Dexter.
Well, it's just a frame of reference. I feel like people would
Dexter was
understand.
just particularly good at it. No, people don't have those on hand.
Mm.
I have actually. This was a long time ago. This was around the time of 7, so I'm not like this anymore.
Fascinated to see where this goes.
People don't have those on hand. I had. This was a long time ago.
I did have.
No,
This was around the time of 7.
It was
Where's this going?
It was a thought, you guys.
Okay.
Too many Christmas.
Well, I'm fascinated where this is going to go.
I did think at one point that it was advantageous that I don't really grow body hair, because I would be the guy that would like shave everything.
You don't want to leave any evidence.
Yes. And I wondered, like, if you have this was before they made the like bendable blades and straight edges. And I was like, golly, man, I wonder if I just borrow like my barber's edgers or the trimmers. Could those be whole body?
So you're going to make him an accomplice to murder?
This was a long time ago. I just wondered about the tools, not the person.
What made you like, at what point were you like, I may need to think about this information?
No, so you're gonna make it about me. It kind of is, but it is.
Okay, go ahead.
When Kevin Spacey was shaving his fingertips.
Oh,
down.
yeah, okay. Yeah.
So it just made me think about the lengths.
Yeah, what would I have to do in order to get away with murder?
Have you ever seen American Psycho?
The Patrick Bateman?
Christian Bale.
Yeah, the character's Patrick Bateman, though, right?
I don't know.
Okay.
Who's the bad guy in that movie?
We had a couple other for you. We were trying to figure out who the bad guy was.
That's just going to be a thing, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. Have you seen the Black Klansman?
Is that with Eddie? I almost said Eddie Money. Eddie Griffith?
No, that's with Denzel Washington's kid. Is it David Washington? And
the Black Klansman.
Yeah, it's based on a true story.
That's a tough one to find out who the bad guy is.
Even without knowing the movie, can you take a guess who are the bad guys?
Listen, man. If there
I am bad and they know I'm bad.
Spoiler alert, it's not who you think.
Dude is just a Richard Cranium. It is unbelievable. like when they were passing out the filter gene, Jimmy Neutron, did you just skip that line? Like, yeah, filter. Who needs a governor? Just let her rip. This is whatever he's thinking. Got it. I've never seen the Black Klansman. It doesn't sound like something I would watch. Although I did watch the first 15 minutes of Antebellum last night. That was a bad idea.
I don't know. I'm not familiar with Antebellum.
Oh, it was not good.
Done some bad things in my life, Nikolai. Things I'm not proud of. I promised someone that I love very much that I would never go back to being that person.
But for you, I'm going to make an exception.
Yeah, you're not real big on slave movies.
Yeah,
You let me know.
Understandably so.
You're ruining one of the signature lines of all time.
Oh, my bad.
You let me know when you decide.
Man, cold-blooded.
I wonder why that appeals to you.
He gave him. Listen, he gave him an opportunity. He said, "Your men, those men that I killed, I gave them a choice.
The men I killed, your men.
Your men.
I gave them a chance."
My man said, "Thank you."
KP
and Denzel said, "You're welcome."
KP Cole all in on Antebellum apparently.
Whoa. That's my guy. Like, he's a Steelers guy. What do you mean was much better than what?
Maybe Black Klansman. I don't know.
Dude, I had to turn the movie. A lady got shot in the head, drugged by a horse, and another lady got branded. I said, I can't sit through this. I go to bed mad again. I had enough of that.
Was the horse the bad guy?
I think the horse was just doing its job.
I hate him.
People made that argument about a lot of people in Inglourious Bastards as well.
It's all the way in cahoots, huh? Okay.
You're looking like 3 bitches in a circle. Get your candy asses in here.
1, 2, 3. One more time, Rock. I didn't hear you. What'd you say, buddy?
You're looking like 3 bitches in a circle. Get your candy asses in here.
That's what I'm talking about, Shane. Way to get my back, Shane.
Hey, Shane.
Ain't feeling tough.
Hey,
today.
Shane. Shut up, bitch.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Shane feeling tough
See,
today.
that's why I rock with Liquid. That's my dude.
Why, once every 6 months he is on delay and was like, "Hey, I got you." Or
So
what?
great hypothetical here. Cage match. Me, Ravi, Rico, Damon, and Shane.
Not even
Who leaves?
Anger would reign supreme. I have a lot of pent up things I'd like to pull off.
I'm just gonna use Shane as a human shield.
I'm just gonna let Ravi take Shane, and me and Austin will take care of DB.
I protect Shane. I put him behind me.
Use him as a human shield.
Hold that jelly donut up. Squeeze all the jelly out. Turn that some sideways and stick it straight up your candy ass.
The Rock was the GOAT. He had his presence. Dude, it was the catalyst to what he's doing now.
It's a weird thing to ask somebody to do.
What?
I mean, why are you squeezing the jelly out if you're sticking it up there anyway?
Have you ever seen?
You also don't need to turn it sideways. It's a donut.
Yeah,
Shane,
it's
what's
round.
what's the bad?
What is sideways?
He
of
was
a
the
donut?
anti-villain superhero with Will Smith. Hancock. Have you ever seen Hancock?
Oh yeah.
I mean, would you take a head or would you take the squeeze of a jelly donut.
No, I get
because
that.
that inmate got the head.
No, I get that, but I mean, those are very different options.
Well, as long as you're exit only, they're all bad.
Yeah, but there's different versions of bad.
Okay.
It's like I could punch you in the face with my hand or with a brick, and that's different versions of bad.
I'd have never thought the man with 24-inch pythons would have half-inch testicles.
That wasn't that good. He must have been talking about Hulk. I think.
I have no idea.
I'm famously, I'm not a Hulk Hogan.
He was. Hulk's always the one that's talking about how big his biceps were.
Yeah, and I'm going to go ahead and go with I know who the bad guy is there. That one I know.
I think that one might be the most ambiguous situation we've given you.
Wow. You're all the way in today. I like it. Seat belts off. Can I say one more thing to Shane?
You can say whatever you want.
Shane and I.
Yeah, go for it. You want me to take the headphones off? So
No, did you watch any hockey?
Yeah.
Shane, do you know the last time that a goal was scored in the first 30 seconds of
1976.
the first 2 periods of a Stanley Cup final?
Was it 1976?
It's never.
Oh.
It's never happened.
Oh, okay.
It has never happened. Like you couldn't even buckle in before things were happening last night.
No, you could not. And then Carolina just went ahead and pissed it all the way down their leg and injured the other one.
Bold prediction, though. If you want good plus money, take Carolina to win the series. Vegas can't play like that. Take Carolina to win the series.
You don't think Carolina will have as many mistakes?
And Vegas is playing lights out, but they don't want to play like that. I don't think over the long haul. They want to play more like closeout game abs.
Mm.
Go ahead and get you some of that good plus money.
I'm not going to bet on hockey because I have no idea what's happening.
You understand odds.
I do understand odds, but I don't understand the sport enough to know whether the odds are good or bad.
Okay.
I do.
Getting the series favorite at plus money.
Sure.
After game 1 is
here would be my question though.
Well, forever the odds be in your favor.
Big Hunger Games guy, huh?
Hunger Games is fire.
My question would be, and I know
I'm with you, Bruin Steve.
Hockey players are infinitely tougher than most
just
other
about
people.
everybody else on the planet.
I would wonder what if there's a little mental hangover about how that went for Carolina, because that might be tough to swallow.
No, I think they ran into a buzzsaw. You have to gauge the way Vegas is playing. You got to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to feel what it feels like. They looked ill prepared.
TK's got a little future on the.
Does he on Vegas?
On Vegas, yeah.
I kind of want to cheer for that.
Mm.
Nah, I mean it depends on how much it is.
He says, you know who I could ask about betting sports you have no idea about? Sorsby.
Dude.
Romanian basketball and Turkish soccer.
How?
Like, what are we doing, man?
Hey,
come on, man. Like, what are we doing?
I had a friend.
He didn't quit when he left IU.
No.
Like, it just gets.
It's like 1,600 bets over 3 years. He bet on Indiana 40 times.
Dude.
He must have felt real connected to the team that year.
Who's capping Romanian basketball?
No one.
But to his legal counsel's point, does that not show that he has a problem?
That doesn't matter.
I get it.
No, but listen.
I'm talking about for his. I'm not talking about for eligibility or playing. I'm just talking about for his overall well-being.
No, he definitely has. He's definitely addicted. Like, you're not gambling on
capping Romanian basketball.
You're not gambling
the
on
Romanians.
Like AP or ATP 250 doubles matches unless you have an actual
the Biscayne
problem.
Open.
Yeah. Listen, the Biscayne Open's fire. Don't hate.
I had a friend who bet Mexican female league soccer.
If you're betting on anything under a Masters 1000 event, you have a problem. Like, you have an actual problem. If you're betting on any basketball or soccer that is not in, if you're betting on European basketball at all, you have a problem. I will allow like the major soccer leagues. Turkey is not one of them.
Yeah.
That doesn't qualify. Like, if you're Serie A, La Liga, Premier League, Bundesliga, those are acceptable to bet on.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Those are the 4 that are acceptable to bet on. Outside of that,
I love the correct connect for the correct pronunciation of Bundesliga too. That's very good.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I like soccer quite a bit, so I try and.
I know you're big.
I'm more of a Premier League guy myself, but not so much Serie A.
So yesterday you were having a moment and I let you go. So it was cool.
Yeah.
And I'm not assuming you like cricket, but there is a website dedicated to type 1 diabetic cricket players.
Really? That you want to get like real niche. We're in the weeds there.
I was like, do I tell him or let him keep going?
That's so specific.
That is really specific. That's very niche.
How many people are on that website?
Because I was wikiing. Is that the term? The adverb form of utilizing wiki?
I've never heard someone use it, but I think that would be the term.
Of professional athletes that are type 1 diabetic.
Yeah. Okay.
And cricket has its own section.
So it's like a page on Wikipedia. It's not like a dedicated website of like T1dcricket.com.
Do you think it's not odd that cricket's a part of the wiki?
I mean, not necessarily.
No.
Was that the weirdest one on there?
Yes.
Was there like a table tennis one?
I mean, it didn't have highlight.
Big highlight guy.
Sorsby might be.
Sorsby's definitely been on highlight.
I shouldn't even make because that's, you guys got to understand something. Do you understand time zones?
Yes. It means he's up in the middle of the night.
WTH, man.
Like doing multiple bets in game on Romanian league basketball.
Yeah.
Can I just tell you, Romanian is the league.
You could tell me whatever you'd like.
Romanian is the league you're trying to get out of in Europe.
Yeah.
You're trying to get to like some of those Western countries in Europe if you're playing overseas.
Wait, what did he say? I bet on snooker once. Listen, you cannot be in a court. He's going to be like the guy.
He's going to be with
Criminal Minds.
Is that his name, Hotch?
Yeah. I didn't want to say Criminal Minds because you're going to be
I know the
killing. Yeah.
Where he's like, you're not doing very well today.
Yeah. He said you pick your clients much like you pick your horses.
Yeah.
High risk.
Yeah.
And your phone's been buzzing every 20 minutes. And by the judge,
approximately the post time.
Yeah. By judging by your mood, you're not doing very well. Dang, TK. I don't know.
Snooker's pretty aggressive, man.
Yeah, man.
That's pretty aggressive.
Now I do. I'm not doxing TK. He has mentioned some oddities and random things in that world before, and I was like, okay, maybe it's just kind of a live action thing.
It might
keep watering the bamboo.
Homework.
It might just be. It might also be. I know of people. I don't know them personally, but I know of people that like wherever they hear about, kind of like when you and B. Edwards are like, hey, there was some weird action on this one fighter. Yeah. Like I would normally,
but I have an inside guy,
right? But that's what I mean. Like maybe I don't know that TK has like an inside snooker guy, but like
never know what he come across at the courthouse.
That's what I mean. Like you never, or like. I don't know, for a long time, like back in the day before gambling was more like prevalent.
What's the movie with Johnny Depp where he plays Whitey Bulger?
Oh,
so anyway, remember when the lady of the street gets back in the back seat and he's like, "What'd you say? Who'd you talk to? Where you been?" And she's like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Well, where were you?" Like I was in jail.
Black
he's like,
Mass.
Black Is that Mass. What it was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a bad movie.
And he's like, what'd you say to anybody? You think that's what TK is doing? Yeah, I'd like permission. Well, he can't talk to his clients because he's trying to.
I do have an inside snooker guy.
I feel like if you find a guy at the courthouse that's an inside snooker guy, you probably shouldn't talk to that person.
He's probably the guy that TK is trying to put away. I would imagine.
Time out.
Can we put that on a t-shirt? I do have an inside snooker guy.
I'm just going to ask the obvious.
Yeah.
How is there enough action on snooker?
So those are the places you want to bet, is where there's not enough action to get the lines right. That's why I used to clean up on Mountain West football. Mountain West and WCC. I ate in those before it became more popular.
Oh.
Missouri Valley basketball back in the day.
Yeah, we have a mutual associate that used to crush
Like Missouri Valley.
That used to crush the Summit League.
The lines in Missouri Valley basketball were always wrong.
Oh, that's a fascinating first hour. I tried for sports.
Were you cleaning up the Fun Belt?
I never got into Fun Belt. I went West Coast because there was less action on the West Coast.
Makes sense.
So Mountain West.
Very true, Juan.
Mountain West WCC were my.
I need new bags. If anybody's got the the inside source for quality and expensive vacuum sealing bags, hit your boy up.
TK says it was his roommate in college. Was a snooker guy. Was he British? Because that's like a big British thing, right? Snooker.
Mm-hmm.
That would make more
the
sense.
Term. Yeah. Interesting.
TK says I eat mac and Fun Belt football.
This dude is fun. He's a wild dude.
Yeah, Missouri Valley lines used to always be wrong.
You realize TK is literally a pup.
Yeah, no, I know. I've broke bread with the man.
A pup. TK yelled my name from inside Memorial Stadium, and I was like, "Who's calling me?" It's early.
Yeah.
There were like 17 people in the stadium, and he was like the 16th. Dude was ready for some Nebraska football.
Yeah, I met him the first.
I'm just like smelling the air. I had no business being out there that early. I do that.
Oh, he's a British cross country. That makes sense. British cross country runner down at Kansas.
Incredible.
Not University of, but in Kansas.
I know a guy like that, but wrestling is about the extent of it. No, I won't say that. I won't say that.
You've got a few degenerate friends.
That's what I call him in my phone.
Yeah.
He's Degenerate Aaron.
Yeah. You've got a couple. There's one in KC too that does some weird stuff too.
KC.
What's the weirdest sport you've bet on?
I haven't gotten like exotic. I don't think.
Probably Japanese baseball.
That's pretty exotic. Do you have like a inside track or just bored?
COVID, man. COVID.
Why do you have that, Shane?
That was a great call.
That's from I believe that's a Andrew Rogers poll.
Yeah.
He used to do this thing where he'd pull like random calls that he thought were funny or that he liked or whatever, and that was, I think, one of them.
Did you ever hear the Japanese calls?
I believe you, Hot. I definitely believe you.
Did you ever hear the Japanese calls for like the college football playoff?
Oh yeah.
Those are elite.
Phenomenal.
Remember, I kind of struggled with, could we laugh at that?
Yeah, I do.
I was like, are we supposed to be laughing at this?
I don't know. I'm sure they laugh at us. It's fine.
What do they laugh at?
Well, I mean, it's a language you don't understand, and we do like mannerisms they don't understand, so it's funny.
Imagine a Japanese person hearing. Imagine a Japanese person hearing Kent Pavelka in the NCAA tournament.
Make room for Daddy.
I'm gonna pass out.
That's funny.
I'm gonna pass out.
That's funny.
Chicken sandwich.
That's funny as an American.
I know. If we're gonna laugh at Kent, we can certainly laugh at the Japanese guy.
Make room for Daddy. I'm gonna pass out.
Yeah, we may put him in for the horse head thing. Remember?
We have all those somewhere.
I know.
Push it up. God! 2 seconds to go.
If the quality of audio wasn't different, you would not be able to tell the difference.
Shane, I was having a tough moment with Rico and Jimmy Neutron. I would like to feel better. Shane, can you play that clip in its entirety, please?
Got it. Push it up. God! 2 seconds to go. Inbounds play. I'm going to pass out. The game is over. Nebraska wins it. Nebraska wins it. Nebraska wins it.
I feel better.
Inbounds play. I'm gonna pass out.
I get it though. I mean, we asked Nate Rohr yesterday. Like, he was exhausted.
Oh yeah, I remember. So the first thing I ever did on radio was an Omaha Beef game.
Yeah,
and it was fun, but there was nothing like. It wasn't an NCAA tournament game. There was nothing particularly exhilarating about it, but I was exhausted when I was done. Like I was just smoked.
Yeah, I'm notorious. I'm kind of a chair spinner.
Yeah,
like sometimes if it's a bad loss, and Nebraska had several of those, sometimes I toss my pen. Or I remember, I won't even say what game it was, but they had thrown another interception inside the 10-yard line, which was
pretty common for
like
a minute.
The second or third of the game, and I sat there. Bloomington wasn't good, infamously.
Yeah.
Sat there for a while. Yeah. I've had some moments.
Yeah.
But it's okay. We're not using the T word.
I think it's to get back to I think it's okay to make fun of some calls. It's okay. Regardless of language.
Hey, so did I send you the deal where Greg Olsen won the Emmy?
I don't think so.
The broadcast, the number 2 broadcast got the award, not the number 1 broadcast. When I said they should have never moved Greg Olsen.
Yeah, no, Greg Olsen is probably the best analyst in football.
Now I don't agree with that. But
who do you think is better than Greg Olsen on the NFL?
I just don't. I don't know about my rankings, but I don't love him either. He's just better than Brady.
I think he's the best NFL analyst that we have.
Do you?
I do.
I have to think about that.
I just not enamored with him.
I just think it's odd that your number 2 team gets the awards and not your number 1 team.
I mean, that's what happens when.
I'm out on TB. So, but that's just me.
He's gotten better, but he's still not very good.
And what are we doing with Russell at CBS?
He's doing studio. I don't think he's doing.
No, he's in studio.
Yeah,
but he's with my man Cower, and is it Burleson?
Yeah, I think Nate Burleson's on there.
Who's the host? I can't remember.
That's not.
I should know. It's the old black guy.
It's not James Brown, is it?
Yeah, I think it's James Brown. I don't mean
no, because he's dead. I believe that one is, isn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just make.
Not that I'm good at that.
Sometimes I make me break out in a cold sweat. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's the jam. That was one of the greatest Saturday Night Lives ever.
So what I was getting confused because he used to be on Fox, right?
Yeah,
James. So that's where I was getting confused. I was like, I think it's James Brown, but I thought he was.
I
Fox.
thought you were thinking of the other, the dude that shaped like a penguin.
I feel like a penguin. Kurt Menefee.
Yes.
I feel like a penguin.
That's a good pull.
That's pretty good.
That's a good pull. I was like, I've never heard any of the. I know one of them has passed as well. I've never heard. Any
I like Charles Gibbs.
Never heard. Charles Davis.
Yeah, he is the guest speaker at next year's Jet Awards.
You guys used to talk to him a lot.
Yeah, we used to talk to CD.
Yeah,
CD was an infamously difficult interview because of the breaks. In his answers,
his speech was a little.
It was very choppy, and he would say, "You know what I'm saying," or "You know what I mean," and I didn't know if he early on. I had to.
That was like an invitation.
Yeah,
to
he's
talk.
not really asking me. He's just. That's yeah. I mean, so you know what, Deadshot? I want to say it was, but it wasn't.
It was
just.
It was new. Yeah, it was a totally different style of color commentary than we had seen. So I think, and I understand how that was attractive to a lot of people. I did feel like more of a novelty than something
it's not,
that.
So
it wasn't
my co-host at the time was very clear. He's like, listen, you're not gonna rock with that because it's not for you. Because I would do the very same thing.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm like, like I don't want to know what, I want to know why.
Yeah. But I do think a lot of people were drawn to that.
Oh, yeah.
Now he stopped doing it.
Isn't his contract up this year? That's my hot take. Romo's about to be out.
Oh, somebody's gonna hire him.
It won't be CBS.
No,
I mean,
but it might be. I mean, there's so many of these streaming people getting into the NFL.
Yeah, no,
Somebody's going to hire
I
him.
get it.
Like, he won't be unemployed, but it might not be.
But I think I think this is the last year of his deal. And
Russell
remember, he got
Wilson's joining CBS,
reprimanded
isn't
like 2 years in a row.
Who is?
Isn't Russell Wilson joining CBS?
A studio, though. I don't think he's doing in.
For now.
Bro just pulled a Shane.
Yeah, thanks for listening, Mr. Bridges. Gee, man, Christmas.
I like how Austin's equal opportunity. Bro just pulled a Shane.
Dude, Austin's out of. I'm telling you, he has no idea what a governor is. He
nah, bro.
No filter, no governor, no nothing.
The leader of a state. I'm sorry.
It is someone who runs and operates an NBA franchise.
Nah, bro.
I don't appreciate what's going on right now.
John Cook's a governor.
No, he's got some time left, I think. It says he signed a 10-year deal in 2020. So, yeah, he's got a few more years left on this.
Yeah. Hopefully they exercise an option.
I don't know. I don't even recognize. 10 years, 180.
Oh, God.
You guys like Tom Brady in the booth?
No. Rico, where you been? Damn, you're my dude. But, I mean, come on.
Never go full Shane. Never go full Shane.
Nah, bro.
We were literally, that was like a 4-minute conversation about Tom Brady.
I know.
No,
you don't.
No, you
Yeah, I do.
No.
Because you were talking about Greg Olsen winning an award. And Greg Olsen lost his spot to Tom Brady.
I don't think you knew.
Didn't he lose it? Never.
Rico was 100% double checking the start time for the Knicks game, and he was like, just to make sure.
I'm looking up stats.
Oh,
He's making them at night.
I think I said something to the effect of, I don't really like or rock with TB.
Yes, and then we had an extended conversation about it.
You know what made that funny, though? It's like most things. It's his delivery. Like, he was genuinely curious.
What do you guys think about Tom Brady?
So I got to change my delivery.
Like, hey, man, how's the soup? Pardon?
So I need to change my delivery when I do that.
No, you stayed delayed. That's what like.
Sorry, I've been gone for a week. I'm still catching up.
You want to know what Tom Brady's contract is?
It's exorbitant.
Yeah, he's making double what Romo is.
God, that is grand larceny.
10 years, 375.
Damn.
Don't matter to me.
You could buy some more of your Raiders there, Shano.
That'd be good.
I'm kind of worried. I'm kind of worried about you guys. I'm taking deep dives, getting ready for like NFL training camps, and when we talk here in the next month, I like some of the things that they did, but that division is incredible.
Oh, it's a monster.
And it's been that way for a minute.
No, the rosters are so significantly improved. It's not even funny. Like,
that's one of those, like, you can make a big improvement as the Raiders, and it may not matter.
Because I liked what they did in the offseason.
Yeah, but everybody else did at least that much, and they started off in a better spot.
And I'm like, and I get it. People hate on Herbert, but how are the Chargers not going to be good?
That's what I said. I mean, that's how I felt about them last
What
year.
did the Chargers do to improve?
And they were.
Yeah, they were good. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Dude, their O-line is back healthy.
Yeah, they had 2 starting tackles not playing all of last year.
They run the rock. Like, they were good.
And Jim Harbaugh is better at this than almost everybody else in the league.
You locked Derwin James up. You made the acquisitions on defense. Like, the Chargers are that roster. Kansas City's going to be better.
Yeah.
Denver's going to be better.
I'm not as sold on Denver.
Because you hate Bo Nix. But
No.
he's already proven.
It's not the Bo Nix thing. I think it's the same thing that I have an issue with Washington Huskies. Like, it's a weird dynamic there with the quarterback, the offensive coordinator, and the head coach. Like, is that resolved? Maybe. I know we stopped talking about it. That doesn't mean they're cool.
Yeah.
So, like, that was I've never seen that happen with an NFL team before, where a quarterback holds his own press conference and be like, yeah, it's weird.
Tag, I have a question before I forget.
Go ahead.
I'm going to come back to the NFL. Juan's question made me think of this. This is totally how my brain works. This is a total squirrel moment.
What do we
But
got?
I was very much contemplating going to OKC. Rico was just pimping me the whole time. Come on, you could do this. We can go here. So I pulled up so you know what I have to do if I'm going to go somewhere, because I was like, ooh, do I gas up my, I almost said a bad word. Do I gas up my Subaru? and just hit the road. So I looked at the sports bar that everybody was going to.
Mm-hmm.
And because I have to know what I'm going to eat ahead of time. I don't like to be the guy that wastes time looking through a menu. So I research even when we travel for the road. But anyway, did that place really not have appetizers, or was it just missing on the online menu?
I have no idea what place you're talking about.
The fire grill, like, where was the hangout? You're the one that told me to go there. Come out to everybody was going there. There were lines. You were out there. Do you not?
Oh, the fuel?
Yes. Oh my God, Rico.
Not everybody. We went there one time for baseball, and then baseball they won, and then they lost, so nobody was out there again.
The place everybody was going at OKC that I saw all the highlights on our channel.
Fuel. They had appetizers.
Okay.
Hey, what do you guys think
went
about Russell Wilson on CBS?
We went there one time.
That gave me anxiety.
You made it sound like everybody in OKC was going there. It was.
I specifically asked you about that place, and the clips have all those people that are like
lined up outside,
pouring in there. And I was
all
like,
the
I want to
Nebraska
see.
fans.
He's like, no, come on, DB. I was like, Rico, there's too many people. He's like, no. He did say this. It made no sense. I was like, no, he's working, so he's clearly not drunk. But dude said, no, there's so many people here. We'll protect you. No, that's the problem.
No, I said there's so many other famous people here. You won't be noticed.
I didn't hear famous.
Yeah. I was like, nobody's going to care you're down here.
He said, we'll protect. No, I don't care if people talk to me. I mean, I do. That's not the problem there. It's like standing like this.
Be all sardined up
for extended periods of time.
No, there was room. You would have been fine.
This dude said, oh, fuel? Yeah, the place that you were talking to me on the phone.
Hey, Rico, what do you think about Tom Brady?
Great quarterback. Terrible analyst. By the way, you never finished your question asking me about my confidence in the Knicks. You started talking about Johnny
long ago.
You started talking about
my man did get infected by Shane.
I just want to get my Knicks talk in.
Numbnuts chimed in with something crazy over the intercom, basically, and I got distracted.
It was The Rock.
Can't even.
What's your prediction?
Knicks in 6.
Oh, Knicks. He said it. Knicks in 6.
All right.
Were those equalizer drops?
We're going to take a quick break here. We got Brian Christopherson coming up next here on Hurrdat Sports Live.
Criminal.
I would just say the whole journey has been, not what I expected, obviously, starting out at OU and then transferring back home to Nebraska and getting hurt and all of that. But one thing that we talked about in the locker room, somebody said, Jordy, thank you for coming home and changing this program. And I said, I didn't come home and change this program. No one person can do that. It was the girls who were already here that absolutely bought into what this program could do. It was all of the transfers that we had coming in with the goal of knowing what this program could do. And it was everybody the last 3 years putting in their work to make this team what it was this year. And so, God's fingerprints were all over this team. It was all over my story, all over my career. And I do truly believe that the way today ended is a part of that story as well. And the fruits that will come from it later on, are things that will be revealed down the road. It really hurts right now, but just so thankful for the journey and to finish it here with this team.
Connor, we've been able to work with Connor because he is in his rehab, still in the rehab portion of his whatever the hell I'm trying to say, Amy. But he's recovery. There you go. It's my first time back too, but he's in a good place. He's shooting the ball well. He's starting to cut, and do some things. I don't think he's going to have restrictions. We're going to go through the medicals with him early next week and see where we are, but he should be out there with no restrictions. And, then again, once we start going live, we're just going to keep an eye on him. Again, we're going to take it slow with Connor, make sure he's 100% so this thing doesn't continue to be a lingering issue. But he's passed all the tests, and he still has a little bit of soreness as he goes on with his workouts, but he's in a good place. And then Price coming back from the hernia surgery. I think you all saw he got engaged. Love is in the air in Husker basketball right now. So, but he's in a good spot. He's going to get 4 workouts in this week, and then hopefully not have any restrictions once we get started up on Thursday next week.
You're listening to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Next Gen Mail Medical. That's DBM Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports HQ. We are joined now by Brian Christopherson from Husker 24/7. BC, what's going on, buddy? How we doing?
Oh, not a lot. How are you guys?
B Sizzle. Hey, can you imagine being in college and number one, I don't think anybody could imagine proposing, but if you so chose, can you imagine just being able to go to an island and propose? I'm looking at Nebraska. Who's I'm like, hey, life must be good. Kale, shout out. Price, shout out.
Gotta like that NIL money.
Dude, Coach Hoiberg was hilarious last night at 20. He's like, yeah, love is in the air. I don't know. Would you want to coach a bunch of married guys in college?
Well,
Lindemeyer, they were all at that wedding. That was about an hour 40 away, but I mean,
should we add that to a question mark about this year's Husker team? Can these married guys focus?
A lot about married guys. A lot of distract. No, Pete, that's a thing though in golf. That's been a thing in the past where it's ooh, Rory's married now. We'll see if he's got distractions. They're oh, he's got kids now.
Scotty Scheffler's having a couple kids and hasn't popped out a major yet this year. You're starting to wonder about that. Yeah.
Wow, he loves his family too much. Can't win golf tournaments anymore.
I give those guys props for being in the position to go to an island. No, I would be at Holmes Park. That's where I would be for my proposal back in college.
I'm 100% sure my first date in college I saved for, and we went to Applebee's. Old Cheney.
Were they doing half price apps back then?
No, they weren't even doing. It was
Applebee's though back then. Damon was a true. I'm not knocking it now either, but it was like a step up. It was. It had its own territory back then. That
it was $19 for a plate, and I was like, "Come on, man! We could go to Steak USA buffet for $9.99."
Did you guys have a USA Steak buffet in Lincoln?
Oh, it was fire. When we had Sundays, Sunday afternoon, we were going to USA Steak and Buffet.
First date
hash browns. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I never been there.
It was where 27th. It was off 27th and Highway 2. I think there's so many things there now, like either a Sam's or a Costco on that corner, is Home Depot. But yeah, there used to be a USA Steak and Buffet there.
There was a Village Inn over there, I think, at one point.
Yeah.
Yep. My first date, I saw Ocean's 11 with the girl. I remember that because I was like, that was a pretty good movie to see for our first date.
It's a good movie. I'm a big Ocean's 11 guy.
Holds up.
You guys know what I think mine was? It was with Sean Connery and a black detective, and they were, of course, trying to find a killer. And it was in the swamps.
Sun.
What is it?
Is it Rising Sun?
Rising Sun, maybe. That's the first movie we went to.
That's a wild first date movie.
Pretty on brand.
Let's go get some Sean Connery.
Maybe that's why we only made it 11 years. I don't know. Anywho, Applebee's and
it's like Rising Sun. What the hell is this?
Was that the name of it?
Because
it was the Black Blair Underwood was the actor with Sean Connery.
Oh, I thought it was the Wesley Snipes one.
Who are you, Ravi? You have African American facial blindness?
I'm gonna go back to being on delay.
Yeah, Just Cause.
Just Cause. That's what it was.
Never seen it.
Never heard of it.
Well, it's a key. What made the theater?
Yeah.
Movies were $5.
I thought it was the Wesley Snipes one.
Yeah. Right. And here I am. Yeah, Rising Sun. No. BC, how are you keeping up with? Thank you, KP. See, I'm telling you, I'm not gonna hold hands, KP, but we're you and me, you and Scott. We're always lockstep. Me, KP, and Scott. That's it. That's it.
There's your number one draft picks.
Draft's gonna be tough.
Yeah,
I'm not giving away my hand because you guys will steal my picks. BC, how many people do you think we're gonna upset? We're gonna have our streamers, like, what do we call this?
Listener draft.
Our listener draft in almost a month. And we will literally be drafting guys that interact with us in the chat. It's gonna be
how many guys are eligible in that draft? About what's like
1,000? Because
there's a bunch. Yeah, there's a bunch. Yeah, it's
we have a lot in here.
Listen, there's going to be a lot of undrafted free agents.
And you're going to go, well, how deep are you going? Like 20, 30 deep? How long does this go?
We may have to. We got to set the parameters because there's.
I was thinking like 10.
What are you drafting? Who's like who you'd like to hang out with the most? Who's the most annoying? What's the setup?
I think the parameters are basically like we have to take responsibility for their takes. So like if they say it, it's as if we said it.
And like we you want to guard your yard too. So you want some guys that are going to ride
like have
with
your
you.
Back. Yeah.
Like you got to have a bit of a pack mentality.
I need some yard dogs.
Yeah.
You know,
guard your yard.
We also, I think my favorite part of this. We're going to do a cursed pick where you get to draft someone for someone else's team. And they have to take responsibility for maybe the less supportive people in the chat.
So when somebody says, well, that's your guy, literally, like,
it is your
that's
guy.
your guy.
I think some feelings are going to get hurt. It's sort of like when our buddy Michael Severe will do like a media draft or something, and you're like, I'm not going to pay attention to that. But then people put the vote in front of your face, and you see you're down like 54% to 46%, and you're like, I don't know how I feel about that. But so that's how it's going to go. Yeah.
I would just love it if he actually included our show on the draft.
See, exactly. That's the type of feelings that are going to get hurt.
Podcasts only, no radio shows. I was like, Michael, we haven't been on the radio in a year and a half. I don't know what to tell you, man. And he's like, no daily shows. I was like, all right, now it just feels like you're making stuff up, but whatever. It's fine.
Here's the beautiful thing about my co-host. If you talk to him long enough, you'll know everything you need to know because he's ultimately going to tell.
Oh, yeah, I'm super transparent. I don't hide much. Listen, I spent a long time trying to be who I thought people wanted me to be, and I was like, this sucks. I'm not doing this anymore.
It's a good quality for the field you're in, Ravi. I wouldn't be good at it because I like to, like, you guys know this. I kind of try to, like, well, it could do this and it could be this over here, and like it doesn't.
I like most people though. It's just funny though, because sometimes I'll say, "Hey, you want to grab such and such on the show?" You're like, I don't know. What are we going to talk about? Then I know.
Well, sometimes it's like, I don't really ride with them.
Yeah.
I will say with you guys, and this is a compliment,
Yeah.
but I never know which direction where you're gonna take it with me. Like, so for my little brain, it's rough at 8 a.m. It's sometimes like, oh yeah, it's not ready to spin in every direction, but that's a compliment because it's unpredictable, which is good radio or podcast, whatever you want to frame it, is good.
We spent 15 minutes talking to Mitch about everything but like real sports.
Yeah. No, we talked about sports, but we didn't talk about Nebraska. We were talking about, this is a good question for you, BC. Somebody on a sports team that you actively dislike.
Like, who's the rival for who's the Twins' rival?
Like, you dislike the team, but you liked the player anyway.
Like the player, but hate the team.
Yeah.
Like, one of DBs is like Darian Hagan. Hate Colorado, love Darian Hagan.
Well, oh yeah, that's a great poll. I love Darian Hagan too. I'm not going to steal that answer. Don't worry.
Yeah,
I want to talk about Darian Hagan a second. I love Darian Hagan because when I was a kid, nobody ran the option and would have the magician-like pitches like Darian, where he's like falling to the ground. Sometimes it seemed like his knee was already on the ground when he pitched the ball. And then who was their back besides BNME? Was that Flanagan?
Is JJ Flanagan and Mike Pritchard. He would pitch this thing 38 yards down the field, and you're like, that's not even fair.
Yeah, there's an awesome game if people want to go back to old school college football when Nebraska had Godowski at quarterback in '89, and they went out to Boulder, and it was like 2 versus 3. And that game went down to the wire and ended up 27-21 Colorado, but CU's first touchdown is like a 70-yard option play where Hagan's like falling down and pitches it blindly, and I think it was Flanagan who took it to the house. But yeah, he was one of my favorites. Jamel Holloway was kind of like that when I was a kid.
Okay. I didn't rock with it. I couldn't rock with anybody from OU.
Yeah.
And for me, like, we whipped them, so I didn't have the vitriol late, but when I was a kid, that was my first crybaby game.
When I was at the Daily Nebraskan, it was back, so this would have been 2000, 2001 Crouch era. Nebraska, you were basically 1v2 in those games for a couple years.
Mm-hmm.
And I did a story on the rivalry, and I was proud of it for a college kid and just how it built over the years, how it was a respected rivalry. And I talked to Brian Bosworth on the phone, and I remember he's the only guy I've ever talked to. And I was also like 19 or 20, but I was like shaking, like talking to Brian Bosworth, because when I was 6 years old, he was like the devil, you know, like,
and in 01, knowing what he's been through, he was probably shaking too, giving you the interview.
He was a great interview, by the way, but and that I don't know, you kind of changed my perspective on him, but that was fascinating to talk to someone who was just larger than life, who I just could not stand. That was back when he got suspended, remember, from playing. It's in that whole 30 for 30. People can watch it, but I don't know who a good example is. I like Jim Thome when he was with the Cleveland Indians at the time, was just a thorn in the side of the Twins, but I thought he was just a great dude. Like there's been some guys like that have mashed on the Twins, but you're like, yeah, he seems like, and then he ended up being a Twin for a year or two, and that was fun. So
I forgot about that.
Yep.
Yeah, he actually had a good year for him. Right when they were opening the stadium. In fact, one of the best Sports Illustrated covers is Jim Thome blasting a home run at Target Field. It's a beautiful cover, but RIP Sports Illustrated.
Mitch was kind of funny though, and it was very interesting because I bet he's not alone. He only has one team that he's really passionate about, and it's just the Royals.
Yeah.
Is it Well, you like the Vikings.
Vikings and the Twins. That's it.
Could you like anybody from like Green? I mean, could you like anybody from Green Bay or Chicago?
Not really while they're playing for them. I can think they're a decent dude, but once that game starts, I can't like be like, oh yeah, that was a tip of the cap to you, buddy. You know, like I just can't go there. I would say this, and I have a lot of Bears friends. Most people who are Vikings fans, the team they dislike the most is the Green Bay Packers. Mine's actually the Bears. And I just think it's because I have so many Bears friends. So whenever they are good, like last year, they've got it rolling. No fan base will let you know more about it, I think, than the Bears. Like, hey, we're good again, you know, the Bears and all that stuff. So that fan base gets in my head, and it's partly because some of my best friends are Bears fans. So I don't want any Bears people in the chat attacking me because I have good relationships with Bears fans, but that's a team I actually dislike more than the Packers.
BC, how hard has it been to keep up with the ins and outs of what's going on with this recruiting visit weekend? There's been a lot of shuffling.
Yeah, there has been, but even last week we were kind of talking about it on here. Like there's some D linemen that are in play. The kid from Minnesota on body, is an interesting one.
Yep.
Errol, just visited Virginia, and I know our writer down there was doing her work, and it still seems like Nebraska's in a good spot with him.
As he's coming up from Armwood, right? He's a Florida guy.
He's a Florida guy. And then, Jalen Hill, I think a lot of people have been sort of waiting on with optimism. Of course, there's Bryce Williams, and, Addison Williams, I think, has really shown like what a great recruiter he is. I've talked about him many times, but this week, case in point with him again, just how he relates to guys. And then, you've kind of got this fun sidebar to it with the O-linemen who are visiting, who are already committed. And then you've got one of their teammates, tight end Joey Hunter, coming in. So that's one to watch. So it could be a pretty busy week. I don't know if someone's going to raise their hand on Sunday or not, or if it's going to take a couple days after that. Of course, in the recruiting world nowadays, you have to wait until the graphic gets made and all that stuff before that goes public.
I think if Mo gets here, if if Mo gets here, and I think he's coming.
Yep.
I think he could leave with it. It could be a yes.
That would be big because it's elbows out right now, not just with Nebraska, with everybody for those edge guys. And it's tough to land one that you really like, I think, in this market. And he's obviously one that the Huskers targeted, really picked up traffic with him, I think, in May. And it seemed like Minnesota, was sort of the front runner. And then, of course, Mo, for people who didn't follow it, he actually announced briefly on X that he was committed to Minnesota. And that went down almost as quickly as it went up. And he's been quiet since. But I think you're right, Damon, that he is expected to visit. And the fact that all that transpired a few days ago and now Nebraska seemingly is going to get him to town tells you he's definitely, at least his ear is open to it. So I think that would be a big one. This is a big like edge D lineman week to me. Like we already know some of these O linemen are in the boat. Joey Hunter's interesting, and Jalen Hill we think is going to commit to Nebraska. But can they get like two of those three D-line / edge guys? I think that'll be huge. And I'm not saying get them on Sunday necessarily, but get them over the next week or so.
So Body, DeMontignac, and Mo are the three you're talking about there?
Yes. Thanks for naming them.
I think Matthew Brady's really interesting too, because Nebraska targeted him early. They wanted to get out ahead. Now he's picked up, we've seen this before.
Picked up
a ton of steam. But once Kobe Rhymes was off the board going to Mizzou, I think Brady really, really caught fire.
He's a very sharp kid who's very versatile, and he's played most of his high school career at quarterback, and he's only been a linebacker for about a year. But like sort of all the teams you sort of respect that are blue collar teams in the Big Ten are after him. And so that, I mean, that tells you a lot. I mean, you've got like your Illinois and, Michigan State types that are after him. And I think when he came here on an unofficial in May, Rob Orich, Dvoracek, I think Tyler Yelk was involved. All of them did a really good job with them. And I did an interview with Brady, and I got the impression Nebraska was in a very good spot. Now he's a very candid guy who has done interviews with all the sites from different programs after he visits, and is always respectful about how much he enjoyed it and stuff like that. But I do really think Nebraska has a good chance there, because I got the sense Rob Orich formed a really strong relationship with him about how he could fit in this defense. And he was a recruit who knew a lot about, at least after that visit, what Orich did at San Diego State and even other schools prior to that, which was kind of impressive.
Yeah, and I think guys like Travers, who had already committed, even with the D-line changes this year,
right,
staying firmly committed, kind of speaks to your point, what you just said.
Yeah, and we forget about Travers. A lot of people do, because he's been there for so long, and he's not someone who does a lot of interviews or anything like that, so you don't see a lot of headlines about him. But that's a big one to have and to keep, and it's not easy to keep a guy like that. So they've done well with that. But yeah, if they could add, 2 guys at that D-line edge, heck, 3 guys from this visit weekend, this could be the biggest of all the weekends. When you look at it, I think there's potentially, I mean, it could go anywhere from like 2 guys commit out of this weekend when it's all said and done to like 6. And I'm not counting the guys who are already in. I'm talking about guys who aren't yet. You could make a case in your mind that 5 or 6 of those guys could be at Nebraska. And then, like I said, it could go the other way where there's like 2.
It's fascinating too, because one of our guys in the chat was talking about Brady and Michigan State. And I just was going to ask you, because you referenced Michigan State as one of the, I can't remember how you term some of the tough teams in the Big Ten.
Blue collar.
Yeah.
And maybe maybe I'm short-sighted because of my relationship with those guys, and in particular Coach Woods. But Michigan State's been here a lot in this area. They've been to Omaha multiple times. I could see Michigan State ultimately being a problem if Coach Fitz gets off to a good start, just because geographically this is a state a couple of their recruiters have really good insight with. I could see Michigan State being a problem.
Is that more of a LeVar Woods thing? Because like Fitzgerald, if I remember, wasn't like heavy in Omaha when he was at Northwestern.
Not at Northwestern, but Michigan State was starting to come on the horizon. Remember TJ Hollowell before Nebraska had him for a little bit. They came in late with Caleb. Like Michigan State is kind of interesting with the amount of talent that Nebraska's been able to pump out the last 4 or 5 years.
Yep. They've got a couple coaches who know the area well. And also once those coaches put their boots in the ground here for a while and they realize the type of talent that plays football in this state and the toughness, I think, of a lot of those kids, they're going to keep coming back. And I think that's what you see is when someone outside of our bubble gets one of the Nebraska kids, a lot of times they like the results. A lot of those kids, I think, bat a pretty high clip, considering how many actually make it, to be successful college players that are recruited. They do pretty well. The guys in this state who sometimes go elsewhere, they've made a name for themselves. So those schools are going to come back then. And so I think that's a good call, Damon, with Michigan State, and especially with Wood's connection, to various programs in the states since when he was at Iowa.
BC, obviously Trae Taylor had a really impressive outing in the Elite 11. How much does that move the needle for you, or does it at all? And then B, like, I know you don't decide this, but you've seen a lot of this happen. Do you think he ends up getting that 5th star?
First thing on the 5th star, I hate to put words in the mouth of the guys for us who actually decide, but I would bet so, because our main guys out there are Tom Loy and Andrew Ivins, and they love Trae Taylor. I mean, they can't get enough of him, and they've seen him throw at like 6 different regional events. And the thing about Trae is, it's not like he has a really good weekend and then a mediocre weekend the next one. Every time he's like the top guy.
Mm-hmm.
And so I expected him to win that, or I guess our 24/7 Sports called him a co-alpha dog, along with Israel Abrams. But nonetheless, Trae was the best of the bunch, it sounded like. And I think our guys were like, yeah, that's about what we expected. They did that draft, Tom and Andrew Ivins, before it started, of the 20 QBs who they'd take. And they both wanted Trae Taylor as their number 1 pick. So, that says a lot. So, yeah, I think there's a very good chance of the 5th star. We'll see what happens there. But he's such an interesting guy because he's been training for this for so long. Not the Elite 11 thing, but just the skills of being a quarterback, like all that goes with it. And I remember a year or so ago doing a story about, like, he was getting offered guys like in the 7th grade, like as a QB. And he was going into college quarterback rooms at like Maryland, and the QB's coach at the time was like spitting stuff out at him, and he's like spitting it back as like a middle schooler. And so I've said a couple times on the record, like, people always do the comparison with Raiola, and because since Raiola was at the Elite 11, about who was further along and all that stuff. And I say without hesitation, and it's not a knock on Raiola, that Trae Taylor's just more polished, because Raiola had been a QB for like 3 years when he went to the Elite 11. Trae Taylor's been doing this since 5th grade at a very good level, like hanging out with Bryce Underwood, like he's just sort of built for this.
I couldn't, like,
you've brought that up a bunch.
I've said it a bunch. Like, BC, I don't, no apologies. Dom would say the same thing.
Yeah.
And even talking to Dom when Dylan was going through this in high school, like, even Dom knew this was like fast and rushed. Like, you'll embrace it. Because you're not going to turn it down, right? You're in a position of where you can capitalize for your son. But even Dom knew, like, hey, we're pretty early in this. Like, he's just kind of getting started with this quarterback thing. Even a year and a half ago, when I said, it wasn't a year and a half, a year ago, I was like, you guys, we heaped the star thing on him, and now we're using it against him. But even the family knew it was pretty premature in terms of the quarterback development with Trae, and especially with JT, his dad. He'll post like those old clips, and Trae's like 9 years old, right? And they're out here throwing the ball in the backyard. It's like he's commanding the huddle, and like he's done this for a long, long time.
Yep. Yeah.
The thing that I'm afraid of, though, BC, I'm not afraid. The thing that gives me pause is we're so turned off by how the last 2 years played out that I think we're terrified that we've seemingly put all our emotional eggs in a quarterback basket.
People just got to give every guy his own story. Let's see what this guy brings, like what he does, how he handles it, how he operates as a Husker commit and a future Husker. And so far, I love the quote he gave our guys out there. He committed on like May 1st of 2025. And he was pointing out, he's like, yeah, everybody was still recruiting me on May 2nd of 2025. That's the way it's always been. But he said, I've always been candid about exactly who I'm with and how I feel about this thing. And, it shows in the fact that he's showed up now and is going to play for Millard South his senior year and be down the road from the program. So he's very impressive to me. And this might not mean something to people, but I'll give an example that a lot of recruits would not be in the same category as Trae. I've interviewed him on the phone, I would say, I don't know, 3 or 4 times probably. And every time he'll set a time with me, and it'll be like, okay, we're going to do this at 3 p.m. on Tuesday. Usually when you're dealing with recruiting, and this isn't a big deal, but that's not going to happen. Like maybe at 3:37 or something, you'll end up talking to him or whatever. Every time with Trae Taylor, to the minute he calls, and it's been right when we scheduled it. He's just sort of dialed that way, I get the sense. And that's just a little snapshot, but that stuff means something to me, and I think it means something to the people at Nebraska who recruited him.
BC, as you're looking at, things that we might be able to not put all of our eggs in one person's basket, because I kind of agree with you there. Like, I think there is some emotional hedging because of that with Trae Taylor. I also think we need to, as a fan base and as a less so the media, I think, but maybe part of that as well, get out of the idea of like we do the savior of the program thing a lot. And so, like, if you're trying to get away from that, what are some objective things that you've seen to say, hey, here's some evidence that Trae Taylor can be a piece, but doesn't have to be a savior?
Well, he's part of that, right? I mean, he makes as big a deal as anybody about trying to find the guys around him that are going to be at the level and want to play the same way. And
that's why he lives here now, right?
It's a big deal.
Yeah, have that same mindset. So he knows that it's not all about him. And I mean, he's seen that firsthand too. Like, at the program he was at in the Chicago area, like he's used to building and guys growing along with him. Like, I mean, his sophomore year, they won 3 games.
Hey,
they
he's
were
like played on the best teams.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, he's not like I know Millard South, probably is one of the favorites, obviously, but prior to this, he's always been at a program that has had to build, and it's been hard, and it's they've had to slog through some things, and maybe guys weren't at the same level he was, but he's grown with them. And maybe getting away from your question a little bit, but I think his mindset hits on your question that he knows it's not all just about him. Like, he has confidence in his abilities, but they've got to get all the other parts around him. And I think people around here are capable of balancing that pretty well after sort of what we've been through in recent years, where maybe we have done that too much with this guy or that guy, and he's the face, sort of narrative. I think we're seeing, like, there's been as much excitement in the last few weeks probably about O-line recruiting, as Trae Taylor. Like, I mean, that's been certainly a topic that has got people kind of fired up, like what Jeep and Lonnie Teasley have done with that group. And we'll see now if they can do that with some other position groups here this weekend, like we were saying at the top. But that is important, though, for everyone to remember. Like, he seems like a really good talent. I think he's one of the more polished guys that's come in as a Husker commit. I think that's all true. It doesn't mean he can just save everything or flip it on a dime. And I think people know that.
The interesting thing with it too, BC, is I think you can't understate the point about getting like-minded guys, because there's so much revisionist history that goes on with what used to happen in yesteryear. And I'll tell anybody that'll listen. 90 was talented. 91 was, I mean, look at the draft, right? Pickett and Kroll, and 92 was talented. And the one thing that everybody stressed was we need to be more like-minded. Too many guys worrying about, like, whether it's agents or draft status or where they were playing defensively. Like, it was the whole birthing of the Unity Council, and it just centered on being like-minded. The number one reason old guys are so curmudgeon-y about, or staunch in, it should be this way, they're really just talking about nobody being greater than the other, right? So people struggle with, Coach Frost and kind of the savior mentality, or Dylan Raiola and the savior mentality. Because if you ask those guys, or you ask me, it was like, I don't know, man. We had to play without LP. Like, we had to play without T Phrase. We had running backs go down. We had guys suspended. Like, I mean, Phil Ellis played with like, it didn't, the sum, man. It was always about the sum of the parts. And I think when guys try to find other guys that aren't just good players, they actually fit what the mission is, being able to do hard things, showing up every day, not needing to always have your hand held, things like that. Like, the more like-minded you are in that, That's ultimately the key. I mean, isn't that what we brag about that Signetti does? Like everybody is like-minded. Like what we accuse Nick Saban of?
Brainwashing people. Yeah.
Right. Like that's the thing in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, and to that point with Trae specifically, you have a guy who, I mean, we'll see what he does over the next year and at Nebraska and all that stuff. But he just came off one of the most high profile weekends of his recruiting career, where he's getting all the accolades and it's national type headlines. I mean, Bruce Feldman's writing about him and all this stuff. And he was working out with his high school teammates the next day, like here locally. And so, like, I think if you can find too the guy who even I agree with you totally, but if there is a narrative with some of this guy's the face or this guy's whatever, if that guy's built like what you're talking about, where he doesn't see it that way and he just has this like-minded working mission about how he does his stuff, I think that goes so far too, because guys are like, okay, he's yes, he gets the headlines and stuff, but he's not a guy who just acts like that or pats himself on the back. And when it's time to ball, he balls, or when it's time to run sprints, he's going to be the first one. And so I get the sense Trae's kind of like that. So we'll see. But that is you nailed it with your explanation there. That's right.
I just clearly remember, right? Like the 92 class gets all the accolades, but it was Abdul, it was Troy Dumas, it was Dwayne Harris. Like those guys, TV, they'd say, hey, look, man, like this stuff is over. Like we're not doing this anymore. Like this is how it's going to be. We're about winning. Like, and I'm just telling you, like it worked.
Right.
It was easy to, and I hope at some point, T. Fraze will sit down and kind of share. It was really humbling, I think, early for him, right? He kind of struggled with the heat. Some guys made fun of him for being, the poster boy, and they worked vehemently to get it out of him. Like it wasn't always rainbows and butterflies, man. And this dude, he persevered. Like some of the linemen would like tease him a little bit when, he would take a knee and he'd be in the grass and they had to put the wet towel around him because, Florida's got its own heat and humidity. This was different. It's 104 degrees and we're in the grass, and, T.O. couldn't care less, which is fine. And like, hey, come on, Mr. All, like it wasn't always easy. And so I think you need people on board when you're going to do hard things that think like you. It doesn't matter how talented they are. It just boils down to if you want to be on the same page. And at some point, you're just going to be sick of losing. Yeah. Right? When you're sick enough of losing where you'll do whatever it takes, then you at least give yourself a chance. But you got to be sick of it first.
Yep. My read is this staff is trying if you were to make a list of top priorities, I think what you're talking about is like, it feels like it's right at the top of their list of like that certain sort of mentality of a player. Like start with that. Like, are we recruiting or looking in the portal for the type of guys who want exactly what you're talking about and are willing to buy into that thought process to try to build this thing up to where everybody wants it? And so, I really feel like that's their pursuit of how they're trying to build this roster now. And we'll see what the results are. Of course, that's what speaks the loudest, but it does seem like, at least when you look at the recruits, like they're in on, or the portal guys that they've got, there's a certain mindset that matters as much to them as even what shows up on film, although the latter obviously is hugely important.
Yeah. I like his mentality in terms of, never played on the best teams. I don't know. It just seems like winning is pretty important. Like that's just where you got to start.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's what he said in the interview. He wants to win a state championship. And I know there's other people across the state, good players that want it too from other programs. And so there's a guy
sitting across from you.
Exactly. So, I mean, and then I think he would want it that way. Like he wants to come here and have it be tough, and so no, but yeah, that he does, I feel like, have that mindset where winning is the most important thing, and that's where it's got to start.
That's our guy, Brian Christopherson, Husker 24/7. BC, appreciate the time as always. We will talk to you next week.
All right, thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks, B.
That's Brian Christopherson, Husker 24/7. We'll be right back with Andy Kendeigh from KETV. That's DBM Ravi Lulla. Let's Hurrdat Sports Live.
He's in a really good place right now. He's been here all summer, obviously being from Lincoln and getting in here with our managers. Kurt's assistant has still been helping the guys out, supervising them in the weight room. I think the biggest growth for Braden's just going to be playmaking, defensively taking a step. I thought he made huge strides from his redshirt year to his first year of eligibility on the court. But there's more room to grow with his physical tools and his body. He should be able to be a lockdown defender. And, when you look at what teams are doing now and at the highest level, everybody's can guard pretty much. The guys that sometimes maybe score 40 a game aren't quite the defenders as some of those other guys, but, you got to be able to guard at that level. So, that's something that, Braden, Connor, Price, all those guys, still have room to grow in it. And, listen, we have to make up for some pretty good defenders with Jamarcus, with Sam. Rink was the anchor. He was a really good pick and roll defender for us. So, again, we think that we've got some guys that can fill those shoes, but you never truly know until they get out there. But, Braden, I think he'd tell you he's got a lot of room to grow. That's the thing about a guy that's as athletic as he is, that has as high a ceiling as he does. There's room to grow. He had a great NCAA tournament. He averaged, I think, almost 16 points at almost 40% from three, and that should give him confidence going into this year.
You're listening to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live. That's DBM Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports HQ. We are joined now by Andy Kendeigh from KETV. AK, what's going on, buddy? How we doing?
Hi, boys. Greetings. Can you hear me all right?
Oh, yeah, we got you. Unfortunately, we don't get to see your bright and shining face today, but we can hear you just...
Yeah, I was going to say you could watch me drive. I don't know how exciting that is.
I don't know how safe that is
we've
for
been
anyone.
getting that lately where guys will pull over or be driving, or I don't know. It's summertime. It's not slowing down for you yet?
No. In fact, the Nebraska baseball and softball with their ending of the season actually gave me a couple days here to kind of catch my breath before the World Series. So tonight I'm actually headed to Wisconsin. My first boss, the reason I'm in television, so everybody can send the hate mail to him. Jay Wilson is his name. He's going into the Madison Sports Hall of Fame tonight, and tonight's his induction ceremony. So I'm making the trek over to honor him. How about that?
Gotcha.
There you go. Well, that's cool. You Doing a little pilgrimage for your buddy. I can appreciate that.
Well, it's funny because he's the guy. So I started interning. This is story time. I started interning for him my junior year in college, and I was a mess. Like I had so much stuff going on. He gave me the speech that I later realized was the speech to say "Get lost." And I said, seriously, I was terrible. I was unreliable. I would miss half the times. I had so much going on my junior year in college. And he was like, we're going to give other people opportunities. I think you got a bright future, but I think, maybe look elsewhere for, just some tutelage type of thing. And I said, I'll do everything. I'll do anything in the summer, whatever. And so he allowed me to continue interning in the summer, but on the weekends, which, as you know, that's a lot of stuff going on the weekends, but it's a tough deal. So I did that for about a year to get back into good graces. And he's now one of my closest friends, godfather of one of his kids, and the whole bit. So yeah, kind of a cool story. He's just a great guy, and really taught me everything that I really do today is a lot to have to do with Jay Wilson. How about that?
That's unbelievable. It's given me that's my kind of my Jay Noddle story, where I mean he basically asked me to leave and kind of gave me a soft landing. I was upset with him for a little while, and like to this day he might be my biggest supporter. It's
right.
That's why I kind of like the needing to go through tough things bit. Like
100%, and prioritize.
The Jeep Wade story was fascinating. That he told us about how he said he felt like he learned the most at a point where he felt like he may have been his biggest failure. He wasn't coaching for a year. He's like, I have to take some self-inventory here, right? Like, it's just amazing how sometimes it happens that way.
Well, you kind of learn, and it's part of growing and maturing, is that like you kind of figure out priorities and what's really important to you, and is this really what you want to do? And I knew at a young age that I wanted to do what we do for a living, and then when he gave me that speech, I was like, oh my God. And I look back and I'm like, absolutely, I was a knucklehead, and I still am at times, but he had the patience to kind of hang with me. So, and the things that you learn from your mentors, it's as much about dealing with people that it is the X's and O's and the nuts and bolts of what you do on a day-to-day, right? I mean, that's the thing I kind of learned from him, which is just a life lesson about how you treat people, and that will help you in any business.
AK, as you kind of see, and this is a funny conversation to get into, because I think this is why a lot of us like, or at least DB and I specifically, like people that can take hard coaching, because that's basically what you're talking about, right? Is like you receive 100%. Some hard coaching that wasn't necessarily, it was intended to do one thing and it kind of got the opposite result, but that person obviously was for you in the entire time, even though in the moment it may not have felt that way.
And I think nowadays it's hard to find. You just don't see it in a lot of places. Successful programs, I don't care where you are, businesses, whatever, those organizations have hard coaching. And I'm sorry, I know that in this day and age, you got to treat people a little differently, but there's still a time and place for hard coaching and being honest and straight up. And if somebody's not getting the job done, I don't care what business you're in. You got to let them know I would rather know if I wasn't living up to my expectations than not, tell me. I'm a big boy. I can handle it. But I don't know if everybody's equipped for that. You know what I mean? Especially nowadays.
Oh, I know for a fact not everybody's equipped for that, if we're going to be honest.
If you had to pick an ending, AK, which one was written the more in a way that you thought the book would actually go? Nebraska softball or Nebraska baseball?
Oh, that's a good question. I think Nebraska softball, obviously they fell short, quote unquote, but I think what they did this year was what they were hoping to do. I think both programs can actually say that. Because, there's disappointment on each side. obviously people wanted softball to win the national championship, and they were a team equipped to do that. And stuff happens. Sometimes an All-American gets a 3-run homer off an All-American. Sometimes that's just life. And but I think baseball too. I mean, obviously it's disappointing that they didn't get out of the regional, but to host a regional, we take a step back and take full inventory of what happened this year. I think you have to say both seasons were successful seasons. Obviously at different levels. Nebraska softball certainly is on the map in terms of a destination program. But I think Will Bolt, when you heard his leading up the pre-tournament or pre-regional news conferences, I thought he was really smart and shrewd. He was selling the program. That was a showcase for his program. And look at, you come to Nebraska, you're going to play in front of these great fans and great crowds and a great atmosphere. And you don't have to go to the SEC. You can do that here. Years to come. So I think both.
Uh-oh.
Did we lose him?
He might just be going through. Wait, where's the final destination again?
I think he's going back to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
There's some places on the way up there that you lose service.
He's on 35. Are you 29 to 35
Can you hear
yet?
me?
Yep, there you are. You're back.
I am. Okay, so.
Oh, muffins. What's so funny?
There's somebody that I used to play pickleball with when instead of cussing, she'd always go, muffins.
Yeah, we the boys and we say muffins a lot.
It reminded me of that. It was funny.
Yeah, I just. All right, you there, AK? Shoot,
I'm here. Are you there?
Okay, so on the bingo card, I didn't. It's just interesting. I didn't think Nebraska's defensively in baseball. I didn't have that on the bingo card, and I get the magnitude of pitching at the Women's College World Series because it was incredible. But I thought Nebraska may be a little bit better offensively. So when I asked the question, it's like, if you didn't have anything on the bingo card, like which was it more likely not to be?
I thought Nebraska's baseball defense was more likely not on my bingo card. That was a surprising letdown, in my opinion, because they've been so good defensively. Like, you went in that regional, your number one concern is, can their pitching staff hold up? And that really wasn't the issue per se. I mean, it was the defense that let them down. Shoot, that I know it's magnified, but that muffed double play ball led to their demise in that Arizona State game. And that's just like Dylan Carey, how often does he drop a pop fly in foul territory? That just didn't happen this year. And that's what you can't do in the postseason. And unfortunately that came at a very terrible time.
You've covered high school sports a long time. You've covered college sports a long time. With degrees of intensity, and dare I say almost even like vitriol is probably too strong a word, but there's definitely some disdain. Where does softball rank for you?
Oh, in terms of covering it, I love it. I think it's great. Is that
so? Intensity, like not ill will.
Yeah.
Like where does softball rank for you?
I in terms of sports and comparing sports. Sports. Yeah, I think it's right up there because every pitch it matters so much. And every pitch, I love it because the game is so bang, bang. That's why it's so intense. For people who, if this is their first ride with watching softball at a high level, man, they were treated because every pitch is so important, and it's such a bang sport. Everything happens so quickly. A ground ball to short, you better get it out quickly, or else you're not going to get the runner at first. I think it's probably, I don't know, probably top 5 in terms of intensity.
It's pretty intense. It seems to be a lot of bad, and I get the Texas Tech angle.
Yeah, there's a lot of animosity.
Even in even at younger levels, it's not super kosher. Like, it's intense.
Oh, and because at that level, you guys know at that level, all the players know each other, the coaches. There's some history that go back for years, back to club days. That stuff carries over. And yeah, I understand that there's some, the handshake line thing, that whole deal that blew up, that was kind of weird.
Wild.
Yeah, that was just, you just don't see it. But it's the same sport that gives you the gal who eats ladybugs for good luck. So it's kind of a yin and a yang.
I need some fact finding on that. Like we're just eating ladybugs and hitting dingers, right? It's like, but I did like when I used to mow and stuff. I don't know. Maybe my dad. Somebody told me like don't kill them or like just let them land on you or something. But I never heard of the digestion and like being able to just leave the yard. I guess good luck is good luck, right? I don't believe in it. That's weird. I don't think I'd ever eat bugs either. But
no, that's taking it to an extreme.
I it's on a humbug. Let me try it.
I'm surprised you haven't got insects for a higher protein source yet.
Right.
As long as I'm in the U.S. and fairly what I would call domesticated with my products, I won't be eating bugs like around.
Is it worse that she doesn't chew them and just swallows them whole?
Yeah, if I was going to partake, I'm a non-chewer.
Yeah, I think not chewing them is better.
Okay.
Rico, nobody can see you, right? That's just for us. Okay.
AK, when you headed back, because you have a little bit of a break, right?
Yeah, I'll be back. Ross Jernstrom's going in Press Club Hall of Fame this weekend on Saturday. I'll be in attendance for that for sure. And my longtime photographer, Scott Buer, our chief photographer, is going in as well. So it's going to be a fun night at the Press Club on Saturday night. So I will be there with bells on.
Awful bougie. I only get invited to go there for roasts. That's about it. It's level my press club.
Join us, DB. Join us.
Hey, you guys enjoy.
I think I went last year to see Marty get inducted. Marty Cordero.
Yeah. All right, buddy. Safe travels.
All right, man. Thanks, fellas.
You got it.
That's Andy Kendeigh from KETV. We will be right back in just a minute. We're going to talk to Ant Wright. Apparently, there's some basketball happening tonight.
And we got drafts coming up.
We got drafts. We got finals. We got all sorts of stuff going on. That's DB. I'm Ravi. Lulla. We'll be right back. More Hurrdat Sports Live.
I would just say the whole journey has been, not what I expected, obviously, starting out at OU and then transferring back home to Nebraska and getting hurt and all of that. But one thing that we talked about in the locker room, somebody said, Jordy, thank you for coming home and changing this program. And I said, I didn't come home and change this program. No one person can do that. It was the girls who were already here that absolutely bought into what this program could do. It was all of the transfers that we had coming in with the goal, knowing what this program could do. And it was everybody the last 3 years putting in their work to make this team what it was this year. And so, God's fingerprints were all over this team. It was all over my story, all over my career. And I do truly believe that the way today ended is a part of that story as well. And the fruits that will come from it later on, are things that will be revealed down the road. It really hurts right now, but just so thankful for the journey and to finish it here with this team.
Connor, we've been able to work with Connor because he is in his rehab, still in the rehab portion of his whatever the hell I'm trying to say, Amy. But he's recovery. There you go. It's my first time back too, but he's in a good place. He's shooting the ball well. He's starting to cut and do some things. I don't think he's going to have restrictions. We're going to go through the medicals with him early next week and see where we are, but he should be out there with no restrictions. And, then again, once we start going live, we're just going to keep an eye on him again. We're going to take it slow with Connor, make sure he's 100% so this thing doesn't continue to be a lingering issue, but he's passed all the tests and he's still has a little bit of soreness as he goes on with his workouts, but he's in a good place. And then Price coming back from the hernia surgery. I think you all saw he got engaged. Love is in the air in Husker basketball right now. So, but he's in a good spot. He's going to get 4 workouts in this week, and then hopefully not have any restrictions once we get started up on Thursday next week.
You're listening to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Next Gen Mail Medical. That's DD. I'm Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports HQ. We are joined now by Ant Wright to talk all things basketball. Ant, how are we doing this morning?
What's going on? Can you hear me okay?
Oh, yeah, we got you.
You're good.
Awesome.
How are we doing with the fatherhood and making a breakfast? And is everything good there? No, he might not be able to hear us.
Everything is good. We had Chick Fil-A today.
Okay.
Chick Fil-A doesn't do syrup, so nothing sticky going on. She's got her first little medium. She's got her first medium fruit bowl, and then when she comes over to ask me for something else to eat, I've already got the large fruit bowl right here ready.
There you go.
Do y'all have Chick-fil-A's out there in the Midwest?
Yeah, we do, and they are yours packed every day too. Well, I like that. They give you the good.
Yeah, and like you have to drive around it 3 times just to make sure that you really want it.
Yeah, Midwesterners go hard for Chick-fil-A, man.
It's so good.
You have some funny, like real life principles, and I know you're kind of being funny, but they're true. Like, who hasn't driven around Chick-fil-A multiple times? Like,
do I want to stay?
That's just how the drive-through is set up. That's how the drive-through is set up. You have to like drive all around it, and then you gotta kind of enter it, and then drive past the people who have already locked in their order. Then you get in line.
And this is fascinating. I guess we'll start with the finals tonight, but we got to talk draft, man. Following you on social media for so long, I was joking with you the other day. You don't keep receipts just for tax purposes. You keep receipts because a lot of guys have had some bad takes that you just haven't forgotten about when it comes to assessing talent, right?
I remember everything. I remember everything. Brandon, yes, that is the move. Just know that I do a mobile order as well. So you can't just go there and just order. Like, that's weird. You gotta get your points. How many points you got, Brandon? I'm about to flex through my points right now, brother. Don't play with me. Do not play with me. I'm opening up the app right now.
Oh,
yeah. You know what I could give for free, Brandon? everything on the menu for free. 2,500 points for a full meal, brother.
Oh shoot! Yeah, I know you like to interact with our chat, but be careful of Jimmy the Greek. He's off to a slow start. Comprehension is tough. He likes to be kind of funny. And he thinks he's funny. You can just put him on ignore if you want to. Comprehension is tough this morning.
This is an all-inclusive segment.
All right, where are we starting? It's not Brunson and the rest of the Knicks. If we start with the Knicks, is it like they're better than just Brunson? He gets a ton of the headlines.
Yeah, like you got Mikal Bridges, you got like Cat and all those things. I do think the whole Cat Wemby, like that front court matchup is gonna be a lot of fun for me. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
A heater too.
What now?
That's on a little bit of a heater too.
Yeah. So like you're gonna bring Wemby out, and are the net guards gonna be able to take advantage when Wemby's out? But the problem with Wemby, he could contest a three and block a shot at the rim at the same time. Like the dude is Slender Man, so and he moves so quick, right? He's got like a 12-foot, 10 million inch wingspan. So like you got to keep him moving, and you got to be rough with him a little bit, because I don't think his conditioning is as good as people think it is. You got to keep him engaged at all times on both sides of the court.
He doesn't play a ton of minutes, and I get the frame and wanting to keep him, healthy, but he still does. He still only plays 29 minutes a game.
Yeah. So 29 minutes, and you want to make sure that he is moving during those 29. So in his final 3 or 4 minutes, he's in the fourth quarter, he's not able to be as efficient. He's not able to do what he needs to do to close these games out. You saw that against the Thunder early, right? That overtime game, the way that he was able to take over down the stretch. If they were going at him more in the first half or more in that third quarter, does he have the juice, right, to take the Spurs over the hump and steal that game? Because if they don't, we're talking Thunder Knicks, not Spurs Knicks, in my opinion.
I didn't think we would. I don't think anybody saw Chet basically waving the white flag in that series, though. That was a tough look.
Yeah, that was a tough look. I've been. Hey, listen, hold on, time out. Can we pause?
Sure. What's on your mind?
I'm not going to keep disrespecting my Chick Fil-A points, bro. That's crazy. Do y'all have kids? I could feed my daughter like $8 worth of food, of breakfast, and she's good till like 4 o'clock.
Oh my god!
Like, do y'all not know how amazing that is? Points occur, dude. I am like on the premium tier Chick-fil-A list because I go there for breakfast and I get her everything she needs, and we're good to go. We are good to go. 10 points per dollar. Yeah, bro. Like
10 points. Wait a minute. 3,300.
That's only like $300. That's not terrible.
That's
listen. You act like I haven't used any of them points. I use points too, so it's more than that. Don't mess with me. I'm at the point now where it's like a $6 order for like 2 big things of fruit. I get her some hash browns. She's good, right?
It did look elite though. I mean, there were mandarins, there were strawberries. I saw there
strawberries. Look at that. Oranges. There's some apples in there. Blueberries. She be going to town.
The Chick-fil-A fruit cups are elite.
Yes, and there's like juice at the bottom, so she don't even need a drink.
The breakfast burritos are fire. You put the spicy chicken in there.
I'm gonna need you to knock it off, Rico. I'm trying to get to your Knicks. You're encouraging this behavior from my man.
Me and Ant are on the same page right now. That breakfast hits.
Listen,
so good.
I knew he knew what he was talking about when he dropped Kava a couple of weeks ago. Like that's all I needed to hear. I'm like, we're good.
You got to know how to feed your fam on a budget. You know who else has a really good breakfast if you want to have like a real nice Sunday breakfast, if you go to church, I'm sorry for offending you, but we're a family that me and the wife get 2 days to sleep in. Well, one, because Walker has basketball at 8 a.m. on Saturdays, but Cracker Barrel breakfast, catering, you could get eggs, bacon, pancakes. They have this like hash brown casserole. You could go in and pick it up for like $45. And you could feed your whole fam.
I didn't put you in Cracker Barrel on my bingo card.
Hey, listen, there is a Cracker Barrel about 10 minutes north and right off the highway.
Oh God. All right.
I'm sorry. Let's talk basketball, man. I'm sorry.
I didn't see the Chet thing coming. They paid him a year early. You think they're hoping that they're glad that thing hasn't kicked in?
Here's the thing, man. I like Chet. I like Chet a lot. I thought, coming into the league, one of my biggest sell points on Chet was, remember COVID? Like they shut everything down, right? Chet was one of the few, like when I say few, I mean he was the only top 10 guy. He was flying all over the country, getting smoked with everyone. Like they went out to Michigan to play Amani Bates. He was out in California playing Peyton Watson. He was playing Paolo Banchero. He played at Snoop Dogg's crib just to get some run in. Like he was never a smoke ducker. So I think what went on in this series was the one time in his life that he felt that he was outclassed. What I mean by that is no matter what he did, he was going up against a bigger gun. Mm-hmm. And I think this offseason is going to be a big mental offseason for him and psychological. He's got game. He's got skills. He's very good at what he does. But at the end of the day, he's going to have to – I saw the joke calling him like he's Drexler and Wemby is Michael Jordan. I saw that comp the other day. I don't like that comp because Clyde Drexler didn't win shit. So I'm gonna comp like him to like a Joe Dumars, where he already won a championship, but it's 1990. You know what I mean? Yeah. But he's gonna still have to find a way to get over that because he's still super young. But yeah, man, I do think it's a bit much, the narrative right now. It's a bit much going really hard at him, and I'm not sure what that's about. I feel like some people have been waiting for him to kind of slip so they can sound off on him. You know how media goes.
Yeah.
But I'm rooting for the kid for sure. Hope he bounces back. I think he'll be okay. And this coming year is going to be really interesting. But it did at like the worst time. Here you go.
Yep.
At the worst. Bye. At the worst time, that could have happened to me because the contract and the money and how much money and that part's tough. And that's always a really tough conversation. And I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel bad for him, honestly.
I've got 2 Chet follow-up questions, and then we can move on to everything else.
We're gonna let Chet dominate.
No, I have questions for Ant. Like, how much of the narrative do you think has to do with the kind of U19 matchup in the World Championships between Wemby and Chet, where obviously Chet won, but Wemby kind of got him there too? Or am I giving too much people credit there?
Chet had a good game too in that matchup. So. And they won the medal, and Wemby was very emotional, all those things. I just think Wemby's just an emotional person where he doesn't hide his stuff. I think you saw that at the end of the WCF. I do think it is for the media, it adds a nice agenda, talking point, whatever. But there is also a rivalry there that comes pre-NBA. But one thing that people don't realize is most of these guys have played against each other since forever. Forever. They played against each other since forever. So Like first time I saw Mike Conley, I was 12 years old. The first time I saw OJ Mayo, 12 years old. You know, first time I saw a lot of these guys, like I was in, middle school, elementary school, and you see and play these same guys all throughout your life. But now there's a microscope on it because of the platform and like what's at stake and all those things. But he shit the bed. But he's got to figure that out.
Oh, go ahead.
Last one, real quick.
You are breaking up. I'm not sure if that's me or that's you. That's them. Oh my goodness. Unbelievable. What up, chat? What it do? Hey, it's your boy Ant taking over. What kind of question you got? What's that kind of crazy? How are you, waffles or French toast? I love waffles. Belgian waffles, don't put anything on it. Let me put like butter and like syrup. That's fine. Hold on, butter, syrup, that's fine. My daughter, have you all ever been to Wendy's? Wendy's has these French toast sticks that are really good. You can get like 4 for like $2 or $3. Check it out. It's really good. And top NBA duo of all time. You got to go. Come on. You got to go D Wade and Antoine Walker. Come on. We need a top 3 fast food places for both breakfast. Chick Fil-A. I'm a snob, so Starbucks is up there. Starbucks for sure. And like McDonald's gets a bad rap, but I gotta go Mickey D's. There's not a Hardee's around here, Wyatt. There's not a Hardee's around here. Asian. What part of Asia are you from? I see the yin yang. What part of Asia? I don't know. A-Cuff and Fleming's are both super dope. Very different though. Very different place. A-Cuff is like a running back. He's like, but I don't know. He's got to do more than scoring. He can't be the point guard Cam Reddish. South Korea. Did they mute me? Can y'all hear me still? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I don't know if they I don't know. I'm not sure. You can hear us?
Hey, did you turn the mics on?
You can hear me? Okay. Southern Korea? Is that like Southern North Korea or is that Southern South Korea?
And can you hear us now?
Dog, we were having fun over here.
My bad.
I know, that's what I'm laughing at.
By the way, Asian Wyatt, South Korean, if that helps you at all.
South Korea, I am huge on South Korea.
Oh my gosh.
Culture. Huge. I love
I
South
just got
Korea.
One question. So remember the very first time we had you on? We had talked on DMs and you didn't know you were live. You're like, oh, I thought we were pre-recording. And I said, Ant, this show is crazy. Anything goes. It's probably a little more different than you're used to. And he was like, oh, bet. Let's go. I had no idea the next three were going to go the way that they're going. This is incredible.
I appreciate you holding the door while our internet got fixed.
It's all good.
You know, I said this it's a little bit different of a show.
No, it's all good. I love it.
All right, so let me ask my question here now that
Just
we're back.
Hey, will they acquire Giannis?
Yeah, like you think there's any chance that they're like, hey, San Antonio's getting better. Chet didn't cut it. We're going to get Giannis.
Are you thinking?
I'm trying to word this so I don't sound disrespectful.
No, go for it.
This show?
No, go for it.
That's all we do.
Like I don't think Giannis is like that. I don't think he's like that. That's the only thing.
Even
and
next
pairing him with SGA.
Okay.
Like, what does Giannis do when he doesn't have the ball?
Yeah,
fair.
And you're going to take the ball out of the 2-time MVP?
Okay.
I just don't see that.
Putting Giannis in more legit pick and pops. I'm not advocating for it. I'm giving you the hypothetical of how. Like pick and pops with being able to play that way.
I mean, he would be more mid-rolling, probably. I don't think you want him to
options off of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The action would be pretty tough to guard.
It would be tough to guard, but that's mostly because of SGA. It's not because of Giannis. Even though Giannis is really strong, man. But I think the benefit of Giannis would be able to, because I think he plays with a lot of pride. I think defensively, I think you would love that matchup for him against someone like Wemby, right? But are you just going to keep making all these trades and moves because of Wemby, or is this a situation where the OKC Thunder just lost the series?
Well, I think
they had the advantages. They didn't have Jalen Williams. I just don't think you make these crazy changes and go for somebody like that and gut everything that you've built just because this series went 7.
Let me ask you something, Ant. How do you think San Antonio's pulling off stylistically being able to play with Harper and Fox at the same time?
I mean, they're really hard to guard. I mean, they're just tough guys to guard. I mean, just like on the ball, and they're just unselfish and they're quick. And then you have Fox, who's like, he's kind of veteraning up, where he's not just like this lightning player, right? He does play with more finesse and more savvy. And then you have like Stephon Castle right there with them. But you get away with a lot when you have Wembanyama around you. You could have a lot more funky lineups. You could play certain guys together who really probably wouldn't gel if their center was a normal person. But no, man, it comes down to chemistry, man. It comes down to chemistry, and they have really good on-court chemistry right now. And that's a young group too. I mean, I don't know. Scary times. Scary times.
I was listening to Windhorse yesterday, and he said general managers and coaches around the league are already saying to themselves, there's nothing you can do with Wemby. He's like Shaq sans the worried about water and like just the raw power. Like you can't really just deal with him. I early.
I do think, I don't know. I do think that there is I do think that we've seen, I wouldn't call him Shaq, because Shaq, you just physically could not stick with him, just like Zach Edey, right? You just physically just had a hard time dealing with it. When it comes to Wemby, he's not going to physically overwhelm you. He's going to get you with his length. To mitigate a lot of that length, you need someone strong, big, who can really, really move. Like, he was having issues with I'm gonna get his name wrong. Murray Broyles, CMB. Colin, kid from South Carolina.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, kid from South Carolina. Like, he did a decent job on Wemby. That's the body type that's going to have to do it. That guy who's between 6'7", 6'10", can really move. That's why, like, I can't wait to see someone like.
Does Mitchell Robinson move well enough?
No, I don't think so.
Because he sure will be physical. He's going to have at least one or two pretty hard fouls.
Yes. Yeah. I think he's gonna have to do a lot of his work early. Make Wemby catch it out 25, 26 feet, and then make him a jump shooter. Like, make him shoot threes, make him shoot a bunch of running jump shots. When Wemby gets in the paint, when he touches it, he could just lay it in. Because he's just so big, so long. So I don't know. It's tough. It's definitely tough. Oh no. Did I freeze this time? Did I freeze? Or is it them? Oh, round 2? Oh, man. Oh, no. Okay. All right. Got to go back to Wyatt. So, okay, South Korean. All right. Funny story. I got kicked out of school when I was a freshman. It was like February, and my mom couldn't get me to any school. So she put me in this random Christian school in the middle of nowhere. 80% South Korean. 80%. It's unreal. Absolutely unreal. That was a lot of fun. Do I dive into any college recruiting or AAU? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. I try to as much as I can, for sure. That's opposite of what my school experience was. That's funny. I do like, dang, so you're like, I saw the one you said you're yellow on the outside, white on the inside. So, like, do you have any Korean culture at all whatsoever? Classes were not tough. This was like, no. I went to school in like a big house just to close out my freshman year. It was a hot mess. What I think about Nebraska's come up in basketball, awesome, amazing. You got to deal with a little bit of the success, though. You got to deal with that success. Having Frager and Price back is awesome, but you have to cover for Hoiberg. That's going to be a huge miss. AU outside, and there's like Minnesota. I do, Brandon. There's a freshman in Minnesota right now. His name is Malik. He is really, really good. He's like 6'8", about 6'8". I think his IG is like Leaky2 official. I watched a game of his last weekend. Very, very good big man. Very, very good big man. Lefty, crafty. He reminds me of remember Zebo? Really good player.
Zebo like Randolph? Zach Randolph?
Yes, Zach Randolph.
Oh, there
Zach Randolph. Yeah, like this
below the rim, good footwork, that type of thing.
Yeah, but this dude was all over the rim this past weekend, man. He was something. He was definitely something.
So I saw. Let's move into draft here a little. Actually, one more thing on the finals before we move on to draft a little bit here is, so you were talking about guys that could guard Wemby, and my question, I guess, is in your opinion, because Wemby's got at length on everybody, would you rather just have a guy that can move with him that maybe is like 6'8" instead of like it seems like everybody's trying to go big for big, but like if you're the Knicks, would you go like Bridges or Anunoby or somebody that's like, hey, they can just move with him, we'll take our chances with the other stuff?
I would go Anunoby. I would go any of those like big forward types. I think would be good because like Wemby, he plays more like a 4 than a 5.
Yeah.
And so you want to you just want to keep him away from the basket as much as you can. Like if he's hitting jumpers, you just shake his hand, you call it a day. If you're allowing him to just dunk on you over and over and over and be in the paint and finish around the rim, you're gonna have a long night.
Is you think the next kind of progression for Wemby is being able to take those shorter guys down low and just be like, hey, I'm not going to settle for jumpers the whole time. I'm going to beat you up down here.
Maybe. There's also probably another way to do it that like, this is kind of going to sound weird, but like the best players have their own meta and style of play. I think he's going to go out and create his own way to get it done. And it's going to be something that you can't really replicate.
Sure.
But the only way that he can really do what you're doing is he's going to have to put on a lot of weight. That's going to take away a lot of his mobility. And at his height, added weight, you're knocking off years probably.
Yeah, it's a disaster. You don't want to Yao Ming him, right?
Right. So I think there are going to be ways that he's going to be able to do it. They're going to have to get creative and kind of create his own meta around how to do something, how to do it. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of hard to explain, but
it's like Steph Curry, right? Like nobody has ever played like Steph Curry. Likely nobody ever will play like Steph Curry. Lots of people sort of try to, but it's not like you're just
it's always a knockoff. It's always a knockoff. It's always right.
Yeah,
it's always like a bootleg version. Yeah. It's always a bootleg version.
Wait, hold on. And I got something for you. Tyler Kolek, is he the most important factor for the Knicks?
Who the hell are you?
This is DB.
What? Hold on. Say it again.
Tyler Kolek, sharpshooter for the Knicks.
I'm like, is the contrast to my computer?
DB had to go coach, so this is one of our producers, Austin, sitting in.
All right.
You let you recalibrate here for a second.
Rewind. Okay, go. Sorry. Go ahead.
Tyler Kolek, how important is he for this game?
Tyler Kolek? I mean,
you don't have to answer that. That's not a serious question.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, man, what should I say? Like, I'm trying to give you something, but
he's played in like 6 games in the playoffs.
No, how important is the one white man that might see the court?
No, Malik played for Team Halley this past weekend, not D1 Minnesota.
You talking about cheap knockoffs? I saw you quote tweet an evaluation of Ament from Tennessee, and some people are asking the Kevin Durant question, which apparently we do with every guy that's tall, skinny, and can score even a little bit.
Yeah.
I do think Ament's an interesting guy though, because that kind of prototype is a guy I'm mostly out on. I don't think they end up being whatever we want them to be most of the time. Like best case scenario, they sort of end up in like a Brandon Ingram range, which is a good basketball player, but not anywhere near the range of like a Kevin Durant. What do you do with not just Nate Ament specifically, or Ament, I don't know how to say it, but that kind of prototype of like the super lean guys that aren't ever going to be Kevin Durant?
My comp for him is DMV Austin Day.
Oh, okay.
That is my comp for him. A lot of people comped Ament to Regisher.
Oh, yeah, the Hawks pick.
Yeah, so my comp for Regisher back then was I said low testosterone Michael Porter Jr.
Okay.
I think all those guys kind of fit in the same bucket, the same prototype. I just don't think he's nasty enough. I love just skill-wise.
Sure, yeah.
Man, you watch him in 1 versus 0 drills, you're like, holy shit, right?
Yeah, that's how Yiji Leon got drafted, though, too.
Who now?
Usually on the he's got it with the bus in the Durant draft. I bet you didn't think you that game today.
I remember I remember Calipari told me a story. I went on an unofficial to Memphis, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how we got on this topic. He told a story about he had this guy. I forget his name. If y'all can look it up in the chat, let me know. He's like a Dominican or a Puerto Rican. He's about 7 feet tall. I think his name is Ricky Sanchez. And he tells his camp, only do 1-on-0 drills. Whatever you do, do not let him play 5-on-5. Because he goes, Ricky, when the game starts, it doesn't look good. But I'm telling you right now, you would think he's a lottery pick if you just watch him play against the chair, right? He said, if you do this, he'll get drafted. I don't think he ever played an NBA game, but he was drafted like 35th or something.
Yeah, he went 35th overall to the Blazers in 2005, and he did not play a single NBA game.
Right. So I'm not saying.
Isn't that the Darko story too? Didn't Darko have a famous 1-on-0 workout with the Pistons that they're like, oh my God, we gotta take it.
You gotta watch out for these cone merchants, man. I'm telling you, man. It's
dude. And so I coached NAIA basketball for a while, and we had this kid come in that looked like a 6'7" Dwight Howard. We saw this. We had him come in for a workout. He's running up and down the floor. He's built like an Adonis. Like he's yamming in drills. Like he's just going crazy. And I'm like, oh my God, we're gonna win a national championship. We got this dude into 3-on-3 drills and like couldn't catch the ball. Like I was like, God damn it, what are we? Like that's the maddest I've ever been. Because I was like, full ride this kid. We will find the money, whatever. And then it was just like, I can't even play him.
That's how it goes. You gotta watch out. You gotta watch out for these cone merchants, man. It's
dude,
it's hard out here.
I'm 5'9". I could have guarded him. It was that bad.
I believe you.
It was that bad. Just absolutely brutal. All right. Before we let you go here, is there anybody in the draft that you are just enamored with that is maybe like a little bit further down the line? You're not your Darren Petersons or DeBontos or those guys, but let's say post lottery in terms of projection that you're just like, man, I actually kind of love this dude.
Probably, yeah. Probably a Corey.
Oh, okay.
Probably a Corey from Stanford.
Yeah.
He just makes basketball look so easy. And like guys like that, man, I don't know. If he was on the East Coast and he went to a bigger program, I think he's like a lottery pick.
Yeah.
Honestly, but I think there's a bit of East Coast bias because I told a buddy of mine last night, I was like, man, if this dude was playing at a decent time at night, not at 2 a.m. when everybody's asleep, he'd be way higher, in my opinion. Way higher. But Buko Okore, for me, he's kind of a mix between like a Kemba Walker and a Colin Sexton. He just does whatever he wants to do. And defenders they just have a problem. They just can't keep him out the lane, and anyone who can get in the lane in the NBA is dangerous because you're not necessarily getting in the paint to score. You're in the paint to screw up your defense.
Yeah, to compromise the defense, right?
Yeah, because like once it's there, like once the ball's in the paint, you're cooked.
Yeah, you can do anything.
You're going to get a good shot 8 times out of 10. I don't care who you have on your team defending. Balls in the paint, you're done, right? You coach NAIA. I didn't even know that. Congrats, man. I sent out 400 fucking emails to schools to get me to come on and be a grad assistant.
Dude, I lucked into it. A guy that I played with in in college at a very, very low Christian college level. He ended up getting a job and he hired me. Like I lucked out.
That's all, but it's who you know. It's
Yeah.
who you know, man. That's awesome. That's awesome, man. And I got an offer to join Detroit, but it was like a week after I had accepted a full-time job. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stick with this because there's a reason why I didn't get it. And I feel that, you know,
there's a lot of people that I talk to, you know, former players and stuff like that. They want to get into coaching or just, you know, and I'm like, you know, how long are you okay with your life sucking?
Yeah.
Right. Because especially like at the level that, you know, like I coached and played at, you're gonna have a long road if you're gonna do anything of like that makes you any kind of money within the industry. And that's true of even people that played at higher levels, right? Where you've got maybe a little bit of an easier path based on network. But I ask everybody, go, hey, how long are you okay with your life being terrible before you get anything that you want? Because that's the coaching game, man. It's tough.
It's amazing, man. You got people out here volunteering. You have people out here getting like a $4,000 stipend, but they like pay for your board. And that board is you basically babysitting the team at the dorm.
Yeah, you're like an RA,
basically.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. So like, you know, these coaches are freaking grinding, man. They're grinding. And I'm like, man, if you're trying to get into basketball now and you're a youngster, man, go the route of, you know, being a trainer, getting out here on the grassroots circuit, create content, like honest content, not me where I'm like bullshitting around half the time, but like put your work on there. I'm in an NBA draft group chat on Twitter. There's like 90 people in there. I would say 15 of them in the last 2 years have gotten hired to NBA teams.
Oh, wow.
You know, all because they've been putting out their stuff and they've been really diligent and they've been working extremely hard and they come up with their own formulas and they push it and they put proof to, you know, what they're trying to do, and they're putting numbers to all their stuff and all these new metrics. And, you know, teams are looking for this, right? Teams are looking for, I need to gain, even if it's this much, I need an advantage somewhere, whether it's on the court or in the draft room, development. I need that slight advantage somewhere, and I'll pay someone 75 G's to help me figure it out. So there are so many ways to make money nowadays. And, you know, it's like, I tell my kids all the time, like, my son is 6. I've already got an Instagram for him. He's got almost 100 followers on there. I'm like, look, I'm trying to grow this. So in like 12 years, when, you know, you're allowed to be on there too, I want you to have your own brand, kid. Like, I don't want you to have a supervisor. I don't want you to have to wake up at, you know, 7 a.m. and doing the same thing every day, and people are working over you and treating you like crap and you're being undervalued. You could go and just be your own person. So I didn't mean to go out. I went on a complete tangent. I apologize.
No, you're good.
But no, man, that is, I didn't know that. So, man, shout out to you, man, because man, it's hard. It's so hard. You spend so many hours, like 100+ hours a week, easy.
Oh yeah,
You know,
I worked a full-time job in the financial industry while I was doing it, because I mean, obviously, like NAIA, you're not getting. I was an assistant, like you're not getting full-time assistant money.
So what do you do in finance? What do you do in finance?
Fraud and risk management.
Okay. I was I did finance as well. I help people with like their 457s and 403Bs and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so like explaining how like pensions work and yeah, man, helping them move their stuff and mutual funds and interesting. Funny.
Yeah, man. Well,
yeah, man, that's awesome.
Great talking to you as always. I'm sure we will reconvene, and hopefully we don't have a co-host change in the middle of your interview next time. But I'm glad Austin could join us for the last few minutes.
It's all good.
I thought I had a great question.
Hey, it's all good, bro. It's all good.
He was about to, I think, hit you with a Luke Cornett question, but I
nah, bro. It's me, you, and Mr. Beast just chilling, hanging out.
That's a new one.
And
Let me get $5, Mr. Beast. No, bro, it's all good, man. It's all good, man.
You gotta follow him on Instagram. You gotta, if you want his money.
Hey, absolutely.
All right, and we appreciate it as always. Great stuff. We'll talk to you soon. Okay.
Hey, I'll see you guys.
Thanks, Ant.
That is
Later.
Ant Wright, basketball content creator. Make sure you follow him on social media. He's all over the place. I'm mostly on Twitter with him. It's at It's Ant Wright on Twitter. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. More Hurrdat Sports Live after this.
I would just say the whole journey has been, not what I expected, obviously, starting out at OU and then transferring back home to Nebraska and getting hurt and all of that. But one thing that we talked about in the locker room, somebody said, Jordy, thank you for coming home and changing this program. And I said, I didn't come home and change this program. No one person can do that. It was the girls who were already here that absolutely bought into what this program could do. It was all of the transfers that we had coming in with the goal of knowing what this program could do. And it was everybody the last 3 years putting in their work to make this team what it was this year. And so, God's fingerprints were all over this team. It was all over my story, all over my career. And I do truly believe that the way today ended is a part of that story as well. And the fruits that will come from it later on, are things that will be revealed down the road. It really hurts right now, but just so thankful for the journey and to finish it here with this team.
Connor, we've been able to work with Connor because he is in his rehab, still in the rehab portion of his whatever the hell I'm trying to say, Amy. But he's recovery. There you go. It's my first time back too, but he's in a good place. He's shooting the ball well. He's starting to cut and do some things. I don't think he's going to have restrictions. We're going to go through the medicals with him early next week and see where we are, but he should be out there with no restrictions. And then again, once we start going live, we're just going to keep an eye on him. Again, we're going to take it slow with Connor, make sure he's 100%, so this thing doesn't continue to be a lingering issue. But he's passed all the tests, and he still has a little bit of soreness as he goes on with his workouts, but he's in a good place. And then Price coming back from the hernia surgery. I think you all saw he got engaged. Love is in the air in Husker basketball right now. So, but he's in a good spot. He's going to get 4 workouts in this week, and then hopefully not have any restrictions once we get started up on Thursday next week.
listening to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live. That's Austin. I'm Ravi here at Hurrdat Sports HQ, reminding you give our friends over at Next Gen Mail Medical a call, 402-614-9700. In the entire month of June, tell them that Ravi and DB sent you, and you can get a free vitamin shot with your order and get to feeling all, cold blood. I don't think they have to go in the vein, though.
Can I put ice in my veins?
I don't think they can put actual ice in your veins. They can do just about everything else for you, though, whether it's testosterone, hormone therapy, weight loss, peptides,
vanilla
vitamin
ice
shots. Vanilla ice they don't have, I don't think.
Dang.
But they have got you covered. Whatever you need to get feeling your best, it's Next Gen Mail Medical, 402-614-9700. Tell them Hurrdat Sports Live sent you and get some free vitamins, as they say across the pond.
Vitamins.
Yeah.
Is that real?
Yeah, no, that's how they pronounce it often, like aluminium. That's how they say aluminum.
They have other fancy words?
Aubergine.
What?
I believe that is that eggplant, I think, is aubergine.
I don't like that.
Yes.
Yeah. See, it's a thing.
This guy travels. He gets it.
Yeah, he was in Oklahoma City. He knows all about it.
I just watch TikToks.
What are the different words in Oklahoma City? What do they say down there? What'd you learn?
I learned some very colorful words.
Whoa.
Yeah. Why don't you share?
I can't.
Oh, okay. So kids. Yeah, so he FaceTimed me yesterday.
Yeah.
And
That's cute.
he was having all of his kids like talk to me. And I was trying so hard not to cuss. And I almost let one slip too. And I looked at him and he looked back at me. And I was like, I'm sorry, man. You're the one who FaceTimed me. That's it.
Yeah.
You could have. It's fine. They have, my brother-in-law does all the time. And we're just like, language. And he's like, yeah, it's fine. I'm like, yeah, you're right. We don't cuss in front of our kids. But if other people do, whatever.
Can I be your brother-in-law?
No.
Okay. Gotta ask.
Fair question.
Yeah.
No, there was one time when my brother's oldest kid was young. She was like in the back seat. He came to pick me up for something, and she was in the back seat in her car seat or whatever. I didn't realize she was in there, and so I come in. I get in the car, and I'm just like, I mean, you know how it is sometimes when we get off the air and like,
Yeah.
kind of I start spouting off a little bit
when the internet goes down.
Yeah. Yeah, that's yes, accurate. And he's like, hey man, easy. And I'm like, what? And he like just kind of nods at the backseat. I was like, and then I dropped another one. Cause like, oh bleep. I was like, oh my bad.
See, that's the one that always catches you, is the one where you're like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. But then you have to let like one more go just to get it out.
Or he'll like, there's a couple times when he called me when he first had kids and they were starting to figure out how to talk and stuff. And I would start and I'd just start talking. I'd let one fly or whatever. And it'd be like, oh, yeah, you're on speakerphone. And I was like, that's a before the conversation starts piece of information that you need to. I'm not a speakerphone person if you don't want people to hear certain things.
Do you want my biggest speakerphone mishap?
I would love to.
I was in college, and one of my friends at the time called me, and it was like a Saturday morning, whatever. So, we had the Friday night activities, whatever. And I go, hey, man, pretty early for you. What do you need? And he was like, oh, just what you're doing for the day, plan for whatever, whatever. And I go, oh, yeah? I was like, what are you up to? Why are you whispering? And he was like, oh, I might have had a sleepover sort of thing. And I was like, which one'd you go home with? All this stuff. I was on speaker. She was in the room. I may have said some things that were not very nice. Different version of me. Very different. He's now married to her.
Oh, good for them.
I was invited to the wedding. Can't look her in the eyes. Can't do it. I'm like, what a beautiful day you had.
You need to know what you said.
Wyatt says my kids have heard some things while listening to the show on the way to daycare. I hope they weren't in the car when DB was trying to figure out what he didn't like about Stephon Castle.
Dude, why men can't wax their eyebrows.
Whenever I work from home, like the first hour of the show, I'm sitting on the floor with my laptop on the couch, and the kids are around me just doing whatever the kids are doing. So you guys are talking, and every once in a while I'm like, oh, I'm trying to lower the volume. I'm like, you didn't hear anything. That's fine.
You should probably work with headphones in from home, if I'm being honest.
Probably.
Yeah. That's on you.
Especially that first hour. That's on me.
Yeah, the first hour. You know better. You've been doing this for long enough that
right.
This isn't your regular radio station. We get a little loose here.
No radio here. Can't fool us.
You too.
Little goose on the loose.
Listen, we're months away now.
We're
creeping towards it.
We're zeroing in on the Pinnacle Bank Championship.
We are creeping closer and closer to a Gary Java interview, and I've never been more excited. pumped. I'm pumped.
Well, set it up.
You want to get to our next guest, Gary Java?
Sure.
Just want to get to our guest here, Gary Java.
Sure.
I can't wait. Do you think we can replicate that exactly?
Why did this all of a sudden come over to me?
What do you mean?
No, we love Gary Java.
Yeah.
Gary's terrific. Great ambassador for the Pinnacle Bank Championship.
Yeah.
Great friend of the show.
Which Shane?
But the 1 year anniversary of it is what you're saying?
Yes, we should. We should try to reschedule it for the 1 year. That'd be good.
Exactly.
Shane, we are in the same boat. I don't know if you saw earlier, but when Ant was talking different breakfast and all that other stuff.
I didn't grow up in Western Nebraska, so
I don't know what that had to do with anything, but anyway, I was just suggesting that you and me, we could rename ourselves to a dynamic duo for the show. We could be Cracker Barrel.
So am I the barrel?
Well, damn. Look at Shane's shy smile there. He loved that one.
Proud of himself.
He loved that
So
one. That was
proud
a
of
good one,
himself.
Shane.
No, I will say there was some Cracker Barrel slander.
Let's be clear. Cracker Barrel breakfast lifts it above everything else. I don't go there past noon.
Well, they serve breakfast all day. You can have it whenever.
True, but
the pancakes are elite.
Yeah.
Low
Great
key, pancakes.
Decent grits.
Yeah, really not bad.
People are grits people around here, though.
I like grits a lot.
I do too.
I'm a big grits fan.
I just never get it the way that I like, and for whatever reason,
Yes.
Cracker Barrel's as close to as much as I can like it. When I was down in New Orleans a couple years ago, I was getting grits like every day. I
That
was
makes
getting
sense.
Grits
Yeah.
and beignets. Oh,
I love beignets.
yeah. Now I was carved up. I came home a little heavy.
A little thick.
I was very thick.
Was Dr. Fiance like, you're gonna start going to the gym again, right?
No.
She was like, "Oh, welcome back."
We were long distance at that time, so we were fine.
Funky says 2 crackers and a barrel laughs. That's the podcast name.
Yep.
I was really hoping.
You want me to name that right now?
I was really hoping I would get to explain to because since he was talking to Wyatt a bunch about his history, I was really hoping I was going to get to explain to Ant about how Wyatt is South Korean, was adopted to America by a South Korean woman. That's incredible.
That is incredible. That's actually a great story.
Astronomical odds on
Where's
that.
the 30 for 30 on that?
I know. Where's the untold?
What are the odds we can maybe prank's not the right word, but for one of our off week shows, we tell Ant it's live and then we start it pretending that we have internet issues and see how long he will go. Just doing the show himself.
Just hosting the show for us.
I think that could work. I think he would do. He clearly did really well. People love that.
He did.
I think we could get an hour out of him.
Yeah.
I think he just will hold court for as long
That's
as.
what he did.
Yeah. I honestly, I definitely appreciate it. He says, do not Google 2 crackers, 1 barrel. Why it says the Korean adoptee unicorn. You really are, man. Like, you never hear about Asian babies being adopted in America by Asian people, right? It's always white people adopting Asian babies.
No.
Typically. Not with Wyatt though. Good on you.
Yeah.
Good for you, Wyatt.
What a story.
I'm just really proud of you. Just made it.
Just made it somehow. We're happy for you, man.
Just like the show today. Just barely made it.
Somehow we made it through.
What do you mean?
Somehow we made it through. Oof. Shane is itching. You can tell Shane is itching to get that button pressed.
I don't care.
What
You want to do 10 more minutes, Shane?
I think we should do 20, maybe a half hour. I feel like
Should we start a new topic right now?
I feel like you didn't get enough run here in terms of your host time.
No,
so
that'll be time. Sounds like
I've been gone a full week. Austin didn't get to get enough host time in. Let's keep going.
All right.
What's on your mind right now, Rico? How you feeling?
Just New York basketball.
Ooh, should we all give Knicks picks?
We should.
Give Knicks picks.
Okay. I like saying Knicks in 6. I do think, I don't know why. I was thinking about this on the drive in. I think the series goes 6 either way, and I'm not really sure why. Like, I don't know why I'm convinced of that.
So they've played, I believe, 7 times since Wemby's been there, and the home team has always won, aside from the one in Vegas when the Knicks won on a neutral site.
So 3-3 and 1 neutral.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go Spurs in 6. It's nothing against you.
It's fine.
I do think the Spurs are a little better. Wouldn't surprise me at all if the Knicks won. Would not surprise me at all.
Can Knicks fans take over San Antonio like they did for the Eastern Conference?
I don't think so. San Antonio.
I think it's too far.
Yeah.
And San Antonio is pretty rabid.
Yeah, and so that was the other part too, is that they had home court almost every single round, and clearly they took advantage of it. And in closeout games, they were phenomenal. The crowds were always there, but I mean, locale is a big part of that.
Yeah, you're not getting that. Even if it was closer, you're not getting that with San Antonio's fan base. Like
Spurs fans actually care.
Yes, and Philly just gave up in theirs. Like they just did not show up in that.
Yeah. No, the Knicks, swept their last two opponents. It's not going to happen this time. But I saw something that was funny, that if you swapped the rosters, it would be like, oh, the Knicks are too young and, it's not their time quite yet, where the Spurs are so veteran. Like if you take the Knicks starters and the Spurs starters, they're all so young for the Spurs, but everybody's just like, oh, well, they're amazing and they're doing this. And the Knicks like, well, I don't know if they're quite there, but they're the older team. They're the more experienced team. And then I saw another one where it said the Spurs have like double the finals games played, but the three players are like Harrison Barnes, Luke Cornett, and Kelly Olynyk. Those three, except for Luke Cornett, are not, like, the other two are not playing.
Yeah, Barnes plays a little bit, but I don't think you want his finals experience. Speaking as a Warriors fan, that's going to work against you.
He's like a career 13% shooter in the NBA Finals.
God, I still hate him for it. I'm sure he's a lovely person. I will never forgive him.
I think of him more as a Sacramento King, personally. I try not to remember the Warriors.
He played like a Sacramento King while with the Warriors, so that was fun.
He did. People forget OG Anunoby won a title. Mikal Bridges played in the finals with the Suns.
OG was with Toronto, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he was on that 19 team. So that, I do think it's a really interesting dynamic because the Spurs are crazy young. I think they're the second youngest finals team ever. Ironically, the Oklahoma City last year was like the third or fourth youngest finals team ever. But I do think that dynamic's super interesting. I don't think it's an experience thing. It's just in terms of the develop. If the Knicks win, it's because the Spurs guards aren't developed enough yet. Mm-hmm. Like Castle in particular, we saw him struggle in the Western Conference Finals. Harper, I think, is further along, even though he's younger, but you just don't know how much of his game translates against better defensive guards. Not that Shea's not a good defensive guard, but the Knicks have really good defensive wings and guards that'll be able to deal with Harper. I don't trust Castle yet. Fox has never been in this situation. If the Knicks win, it's because the Spurs guards aren't quite there yet. It's why I thought they were going to end up ultimately losing the Oklahoma City series, but Wemby decided to do Wemby stuff and figure it out. But
and I don't know if it comes down to necessarily the Knicks rest versus, the competition that the Spurs have faced and, just being in those moments more just in this particular, series that has gone on throughout the postseason. But for whatever reason, if you were like, it's got to come down to one player, you got to pick one from each side. You're clearly picking Wembanyama and you're clearly picking Jalen Brunson, right? I mean, and I feel like you have to go Brunson there. Like that's where I would lean, just in terms of what we've seen over the past few seasons, what we've seen from this past year, the way that the Knicks have closed out games, the way that he's been able to take over in some of those closeout series. I feel more confident to say, okay, if I've got to put it on one guy's shoulders, I would go that way, just in terms of, I guess, the lore, the weight on the shoulders type atmosphere. Now, matchup wise, it's hard not to go with Wemby, but that's just how I feel like looking at it.
If I'm just talking about who's the better player, the fact that Brunson's such a defensive liability does hurt in that argument quite a bit. He's definitely better offensively at this point. Like, he's more advanced. You can count on him more.
But can the Spurs take advantage of that?
Nobody else has.
It depends. Especially if you're using Anunoby on Wemby, that takes away a wing defender that, whether you've got Fox or Castle or Harper, I count more on Harper and Fox than I do Castle. I did not love how he played in the Western Conference Finals, but one of those two guys, if you can get switches onto Brunson, can take advantage of him. Now, is that enough to sway the series? I don't know, because I do look at it and I go, okay, I probably take, after Wemby, I probably take the next few guys from the Knicks in terms of if I'm ranking 1 through 10 in the series. I probably go Wemby and then Brunson, but then it might be 2 or 3 more Knicks, whether it's Anunoby, whether it's Cat, before I get to the next Spur, right? And that's even liking. I'm a huge Dylan Harper guy, but he's a rookie. I just don't know if he's there yet. And I don't know. Like Fox has never been on this stage before. Like, these are all the most important games he's ever played in his life. I don't know what to do with that in terms of a guy that's in his late 20s at this point. So that becomes like, if I'm ranking 1 through 10,
yeah, you're doing a dude off.
Like 2 through 5 or 6 might be Knicks, even if I put Wemby number 1.
Yeah,
and that starts to get a little weird.
When you say like you're looking at like one guy for each team, obviously it's Wemby, but for the Knicks, I think it's a little harder because you have Jalen Brunson, who's going to be that scorer, that facilitator. But at the same time, OG is going to be supremely important because he's going to be the number 1 guy on Wemby. Like, he showed it before in all the other games that they've played. Like, his just strength and just enough size getting into the center of gravity of Wemby and kind of forcing him out of those positions that he wants to be in is key. But then on the offensive end, Karl Anthony Towns not being in the paint and forcing Wemby to be outside of the paint. I understand Ant said, he's a freak. He can block the 3 and block at the rim, which is almost seems like it is possible for him.
I was like, having inaccurate, honestly.
Yeah, but having Cat be like at the 3-point line, facilitating the offense and keeping that shot blocker out of the paint is going to be huge for Brunson cutting, OG cutting, Josh Hart cutting.
Here's the problem though with Cat is even if you keep Wemby out of the lane, all of a sudden, this is the first time in his life probably that Cat is looking and is like, oh, I don't know if I can get the pass off over or around this guy, right? It's like when there's so much more length with Wemby guarding him on the perimeter and he's never had to deal with before. It's kind of the same thing with like Jokic. Jokic can just look over people and do whatever he does because that's sort of the role they're asking Cat to play in the playoffs. When you've got a guy that's 6 inches taller than you and has the wingspan that Wemby does, all of a sudden those passing lanes just don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm more concerned about that for Cat. I actually agree though that Cat might be the most like pivotal guy in the series. I feel like Brunson's more or less a given in terms of what you're going to get from him. There's degrees of greatness, but you're going to get a great Brunson series. The question then becomes like Cat's more of a variable. Right? Are you going to get good Cat? You're going to get bad Cat? Like, what are you going to getting from Karl Anthony Towns?
Spray bottle out.
Like bad Cat.
Or it's going to come down to the backup center since both of them are probably going to be in foul trouble by the time the second quarter starts.
Yeah, Mitchell Robinson versus Luke Cornett. Like, I know the Luke Cornett thing was kind of a joke, but like Luke Cornett is important to San Antonio because of the fact that Wemby doesn't play huge minutes. That's an important part of that. And all of a sudden that, like, if the Wemby on-off plus-minus for the Spurs has been pretty aggressive in terms of the split there. And so that becomes really interesting. The backup center, I mean, you're not wrong. The backup center minutes become pretty important.
Rico, what's your meal plan for tonight?
Honestly,
is this like a college football Saturday spread or like is this just a normal dinner since it's Wednesday?
We have not discussed it. I think it might be like a college football Saturday type of spread. Heck, we might go to Chick Fil-A. I mean, Ant kind of got that in my head. I might convince the wife and kids that we need some Chick-fil-A.
This guy yesterday asked me if he should shave down to a mustache before the NBA Finals.
Are you out of your mind?
That's what I said.
I asked if he wanted to match mustaches, and then as soon as I said it, I was like, that's a bad idea.
Cut your hair.
Absolutely not.
You're out, dude. You're nuts. You're out. Like, come on, man. You can't pretend to be superstitious and ask stupid stuff like that. What are we doing?
If it comes down to it, like let's say it's game 5.
What if they go down 0-2? Then maybe you do it.
Ooh,
maybe
a rally
like
stash.
You're trying to change the mojo a little bit.
I thought about cutting my hair after softball lost to Bama.
That would have been incredible.
With your Knicks in the finals, that would have been a wild move.
You would have been,
especially after what happened last year.
Let's say in a great scenario, it's like going into game 5, Knicks are up 3-1. You have a chance to win the NBA Finals. Do you try to break the curse and cut your hair?
No, I'm wearing the same clothes I wore for the last win.
All right. No,
I don't care if I didn't wash them.
You're going to try to put everything into one bucket and just see if you could just
No, he's trying to.
Well, the thing is, this hat, right? Wore this hat for the 2-1 comeback in the first round. Was wearing the hat.
Must have been a pretty good team.
Atlanta Hawks.
Whoa.
Oh.
Yeah. Wore this for the comeback. Was wearing it. Wearing it when they was wearing it for the Philly series, and that worked. Was wearing it for the who the hell did they play in the Eastern Conference Finals? It's been so long.
It has been so long.
It's been they haven't played basketball in so long.
The Cavaliers.
Yeah, I was wearing it when they went down 25, threw the hat off, the comeback started. So I hadn't worn it. So I was like, you know what? Let's see if this works. And as soon as things start going bad, I'm throwing this hat down the stairs. If things start going bad. If not, the hat stays.
Are you rocking the Mellow jersey for the games?
No, I haven't worn any jerseys, just Knicks shirts.
Okay, because I was going to say the Mellow jerseys actually might be counterproductive considering his lack.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, that's a no-go.
Okay.
All right. I'm ready.
All right. We got primed for the NBA Finals with Rico.
Thank God.
What's your prediction, Rico?
Knicks in 6. Sounds good.
Knicks in 6. Austin?
This is for Rico. This is for Rico. Spurs in 7.
I've got Spurs in 6.
Yep.
All right. That's the show for today. That's Austin.
Thanks,
I'm
guys.
Ravi. We will be back tomorrow with more Hurrdat Sports Live. Everybody have a good Wednesday.
See you. Have a good day. Love you.